Okay, I'm live. I'm live with this impromptu Saturday afternoon um, video live stream that I'm making because I received some more bottles in the mail. I'll get to those in a moment. Not drinking any whiskey this afternoon because I may have to drive somewhere tonight. But a week ago, just before I left to go to the Cowichan Valley, no, not Cowichan Valley, it was a Comox Valley Whiskey Festival up in Comox, and went to see, got invited to the distillery at Shelter Point, which was also another great, fantastic event. I had a wonderful weekend. Now we're having a sunny Saturday afternoon, as you can see by the light shining on all the boxes back there. There's 4 people watching, which is really nice. It's a good start. I'm going to open the box pretty soon when more people join us. There's Nick saying hi. Hi, Nick. Good to have you with us. Now at 2:30 p.m., at least on Pacific time. What else is going on? Yeah, no, it's just me. I'm going to be opening a box soon. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come on. And, meanwhile, I can chat with everyone who joins the chat and hang out for a bit. Like I said, I'm not drinking anything right now because I'm going to be probably driving somewhere this evening. Right now, we got 3 people watching, which is just wonderful. I have to stall and keep things going. Well, maybe I'll bring the box up here. Here's the box. This is a box that contains some bottles of whiskey. I made a trade, and you can hear it bubbling around in there when you're moving the box. Okay, let's give this I'm not gonna stall much longer. I'm just gonna open this thing. Now, which would be the best way to approach it? Maybe from the side, maybe from the top. If this is the top, this might be the side that I'm cutting into here. Do that again. Plastic and newspaper, and there sounds to be a box under there. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, it's coming along. Guess there might be some great big football game or something going on this afternoon. I don't even follow. I don't follow spectator sports, so I don't really know. But I did not announce this. Oh, look at that. Whiskey Pilgrim says, cheers, Quig. Cheers, Pilgrim. And Greg's Whiskey Guide is here. Hi, Food Quig. First off, I wanted to give you a big shout out for the Shelter Point experience and report you generously shared with us. It was awesome. Thank you very much. I enjoyed making that. I enjoyed going there. Okay. Now we got rid of the very well-wrapped newspaper. And here we have a box marked for Julie, and it's from the LCBO. Actually, this was sent to me by Rob Plumstra in Ontario, because he has access to the LCBO, which I don't over here in British Columbia. Many people have said many times that, it's the same country. We're in the same country, yet we can't. Yet we have different rules and different availability in different provinces of whiskey. Case number 101, Hub Store. Oh my gosh. Printed 2020, January 14th. So it's a month ago since this arrived in my mailbox, or actually it arrived on my doorstep last Friday, like a week ago, just before I went to Shelter Point. And cut into the top here. Come on. Come on. I'm going to dull my knife doing this. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's even a note. Let's see what the note says. A note. Okay, Quig. Get out your magnifying glass. Time to teach an old dog some new tricks. This is how you wrap a package. Haha, just kidding, buddy. I like your style. Thanks again. Nope. Here we go. Thanks again for the trade and tracking down that Epicurean cast strength for me. I really appreciate it. Cheers, Rob Comstra. Well, you're welcome, Rob. I bought a bottle of that stuff almost a year ago, and that was released at the BC Premium Spirits release in 2018. And I bought a bottle a few months after the release, and there was always a bottle or two hanging on for a little while. And they kept having a bottle or two hanging on. And then I think it was behind some Highland Park that the last bottle of that stuff was hidden at my local BC liquor store, or at least a BC liquor store that I go to most frequently. They had that bottle of Epicurean cast strength. And so I picked it up for Rob since he asked me if I could get another one like the one I had. Fortunately, I could. Amazing package, says Greg. LCBO is just for Ontario state. It's for the province of Ontario. They don't call them states in Canada. That's other places call them states. But yes, LCBO is the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. So in BC, in British Columbia, we have BC Liquor. In Manitoba, they have something else. In Quebec, they have the SAQ, the SAQ, Société des Alcools du Québec. And over here, hey, it's Hoagie's on here too. Haha, nice message, says Craig. Okay. So yeah, LCBO is only in Ontario, and this stuff is only sold in Ontario. You can't get what's in this package anywhere else in Canada unless you get it the way I got it, or you go there yourself and buy it. Hoagie says, hello, Mr. Quig. I see you're feeling spiritual today. Yeah, I'm not drinking anything spiritual at all. Straight water, because I'm probably going to have to drive somewhere this evening. So, hi, guys and gals, says Hoagie. Greg says, hi, Jason. Jason Coates is here, too. Jason Coates shows up almost everywhere. This is nice. Here, paper bag. Oh, my gosh. He really did wrap this well. He packed it well so it wouldn't move around. That's trash. Big bubble wrap. More big bubble wrap. Here we go. There's a bottle right here. There's a bottle in this. Yes, Rob, that's a way to wrap a package for sure. Okay. Very, very well done. Okay, and here is the bottle. A Stock and Barrel single malt whiskey. Single cask. Oh, single cask and single malt. My gosh, I didn't know they were single cask. I thought they were, vattings, but no, it's a single malt, single cask. What does it say about here? Okay. Return for refund where applicable. StillwatersDistillery.com in Concord, Ontario. Our craft is our pride, handmade from grain to glass, small batch, non-chill filtered, no color added. And it says in French also, notre métier est un art et nous en sommes fiers. Entièrement fait à la main, du grain au verre, produit par les petits lots, non filtrés à froid, aucun colorant ajouté. There you go. Product of Canada, produit du Canada, completely, like you would say, not multilingual exactly, but bilingual. Give the Quig a thumbs up. Oh, well, by all means. I can't see the thumbing because I'm using this this StreamYard. What do they call it? App or their software. Chippy Swift says, hi, Quig. Good to hear you say some words in French. Okay, only tried quite reduced expressions of this and blended. Oh, so Greg has tried some of this. Fantastic. RockDad69 says, that is a very nice wall you got there. Have a sub, good man. Thank you. And Hoagie's saying, all green screen. Good French, says Greg. Okay. John Tarkington says, this guy's legendary. The bourbon's getting to you. Well, Reddit got me here. Oh, fantastic. That's Lazy Goblin saying that. So I got a lot of people who've been watching that iconic video, I guess, and they've been coming here. That was not my goal. It just happened. It just kind of happened. We got 22 people watching, which is great. That's one bottle. The box is big enough for more than that, right? Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Rob did a great job of putting this together. He's got all kinds of partitions and things. Wow. Wow, I think he spent a fortune on packaging alone. So I've got enough packaging now. I can recycle this and send samples to other people with this box and these things, these foams and these bubbles and these wrappings and packages. What else have we got here? Oh, this is the Stalk and Barrel 100% rye. Stalk and Barrel 100% rye. There were two other expressions that I could have had, but these were the most interesting. The 100% rye and the single malt. So kind of like the two extremes and none of this blended stuff in between. Handmade from grain to glass. Small batch non-filtered, non-chill filtered, no color added. Please enjoy responsibly. StillwaterDistillery.com, Concord, Ontario. Return for a refund. Okay. Stalk and Barrel, handmade 100% rye whiskey. 46%. 174 to 91. I don't know what that means. Yeah. But this is kind of like, I think, the Shelter Point of Ontario or something to that effect. And this one, what is the percentage of this guy? Oh, 46 as well. So both a healthy 46% alcohol by volume. And yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on these for quite some time. Finally, it took a little trade. You know, Rob said, can you find another bottle of that Epicurean cast strength? And I think I still have that back here. Yeah. Here it is. This is the one that he saw, the Epicurean cast strength. He said, can I get another bottle of that? Here it is. So I sent him that for these two. All right. All right. I'm going to have to do some cleaning up of all this stuff here. Wow. So these are two more that are going to, these guys are two more that are going to go into the, well, into the long list or the long queue of things that I have. Okay. What did we say now? We got people who said things here. Graham Young says, hi, Food Quig. Cheers, mate. John Tarkington says, screw that old bag. I don't know which old bag you're talking about, but anyway. Lazy Goblin says, don't worry about it. Don't really watch that. Just found your channel through it and saw you were live. Oh, well, there you go. That'll work. No, I don't mind people watch that video. It's good. It's sort of an introduction. People find me through that video, so it's all right. You'll have more people retrending Reddit again. Oh goodness. Will it ever stop? Yeah, I saw that it was doing something. Oh, wait a minute. I'm behind. Hey, is that a surprise? Open the bourbon tonight with a friend, says Hoagie. Blanton's Gold, not too shabby. Huh. I haven't had Blanton's in years. At least he likes to drink, says, okay. Greg says, I love the Blantons at Hoagie Bear. Okay, and Greg says, 100% rye is my go-to more and more. Yeah, but as long as it's been in a pot still, or at least some of it has been in a pot still. If you run rye, well, to quote Dr. Don Livermore, if you put anything through a column still twice, you won't be able to tell the difference what it is, because it'll be 90% alcohol or 95% alcohol. And then, of course, you can bring the heat down with water, but it will all taste the same. You still talk to your ex? Sometimes, but not very often. She keeps sending me things on Facebook, and I don't. It's all stuff about wanted murderers and stuff, and it's kind of depressing. But yeah, I talk to her sometimes. Last time I talked to her, she said she wanted me to take that video down. But what good would that do? I mean, it must be on people's computers all over the world. So what would be the point of taking that down? I don't understand. Hoagie says, still have an open bottle from about 4 years ago, which I like a lot, and hence rationed strictly. The gold is kind of hard to get. It was pretty much sold out for a longer time. Thing is, did you find that the Blantons, well, maybe the Blantons is such a high ABV that it wouldn't lose any of its character being open for 4 years? You know, I've had some whiskeys that in 6 months, especially peated whiskeys, 6 months, nothing left. That wall is almost fully wallpapered. Yes, Mr. Chill, it's almost there. There's Apu saying, Quig, so you're going to have a dram pretty early? No, I'm not going to have a dram at all, Apu. I think I'm driving somewhere tonight. So if I'm driving somewhere, I cannot have a dram because my livelihood, it relies on me having my driver's license. And if I lose that license, I'm sunk. And if I lose that license, I won't be able to work. I won't be able to buy whiskey, and then where would I be, right? So, seeing that early morning light shine in your room, probably just got off work. No, actually, it's right now 2:48 p.m. So it's almost 3 in the afternoon. The morning sun comes in on that side, and it goes around. And that is the afternoon sunlight that you're seeing through the window of the living room. So my apartment is turned around the other way. Right here, it's almost 3 in the afternoon. So I know it looks like morning sunlight, but it's afternoon sunlight. I got off work Friday morning at 6. So more than 24 hours ago, Friday morning at 6. So it was 24 hours at 6 this morning, and now it's almost 9 hours later. So about 33 hours ago, something like that. 33 hours ago I got off work. So I'm halfway through my weekend right now. There's going to be tonight and tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon at about this time I should be sleeping and taking my afternoon nap before going back to work Sunday night. At this time last week, I was hanging out with Leon Webb, and we were at their hotel room at their suite in Comox at the golf course, where we were having a few drams there in Comox before the whiskey festival started. And I think I think we might still have been at the distillery at this hour, having drams at the distillery. And then we went down to the whiskey festival, and then after that, did a master class with Leon, and enjoyed the master class a lot. It was great. Then after the master class, we went. I was hungry like crazy, so I went into the bar and had a burger. When I could have just gone up to the festival itself and had hors d'oeuvres, because there were people carrying trays of hors d'oeuvres all over the place. I didn't realize that. So I went and I had a great big fat burger and some fries, and got some greasy stuff in me so that I would be able to keep going till 5 a.m, which is, or was it 3 or 4 a.m? We had a couple of after parties after that whiskey festival. So it was a great weekend last weekend. Yeah, more comments. Here we go. Oh, crap. Come on. Where was Apu? Oh, okay, crap. I'm really behind now. This is what happens when you got 30 people watching. Oh my goodness. Okay, we talked about that. We did that. We did that. Oh, there's looking forward to compare these two batches. The new one should get some air though. That's Hoagie talking to somebody else. At Greg, he's talking to Greg. Okay, still have an open bottle from 4 years ago. Apu is saying, Quig, so you're gonna have to dram pretty early? No, no. Okay. Mr. French is here saying awfully early for a foundering at Food Quig. Gobble gobble, yummy drams. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna drink at all until I get back from where I'm going tonight, if I'm going. And Whiskey Straight Al is asking, how you doing? I'm doing good, Al. I'm doing very well. I'm sober, completely sober. There's Welsh Matt saying, hey, dude, long time follower, first time seeing you live. Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, I sometimes do this kind of thing. And Greg says, oh, I see. Well, here in France, alas, its price has increased too, so I don't have a bottle in reserve. Oh, he's talking to Hoagie, and they're talking about that Blanton's. Fira S22, what is your occupation? I drive a taxi. Jason Coates says, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. Multi lot of love says, hello, Quig. Nice to see you live again. Cheers. Cheers. I'll cheers with water. I agree with you at Food Quig. That's what Greg says. And he's saying hi to Graham Young. Jimbo Smith is hi from Montreal, Quig. Have you been to Chinois lately for smoked meat? Oh, I have not been to Chinois in, when did I go? Last time was maybe 9 or 10 years ago. I haven't been back to Montreal in a while. Montreal, yeah. Maybe I'm looking forward to going in a year or two. I don't have any immediate plans to go to Montreal, but yeah, it would be nice to visit again for a little bit and eat some real smoked meat, because the food here, while it's okay, it's not the same. There is one place that was serving smoked meat, but they couldn't. They would get a lot. They would sell a lot, and then they would sell none for a while, and then the stuff would go. I don't know if it went bad or what. He just couldn't keep it fresh. So I haven't been to Chinois. Hoagie Bear says, just checked. Stock and Barrel does seem to be restricted to North America. Ontario, actually. John Dornall said, is it Dornall or Dornall? Dornall. I don't think that's an I. Or is it an I? Great booze at Food Quig. I have to check. Maybe should I pop out the chat? That looks like an I before the L. Dornall. Okay. I got to get this right, you know. Don't want to mispronounce people's names. There's nothing worse than that. Make sure nothing falls off the table here. You should call the ex and see if she's down for a healthy. Oh, no. See, I don't have a back shed, so I'm sorry. This Blanton's is at 51.5%. Oh, okay. Nice. There's a Magnus Hansen here saying, just saw Lefroy 10 to go to Island Malta. A lot of people have. All right, got to go. Have a wonderful stream, guys, says Hoagie. Okay. Later, Hoagie. He's probably gone already. Almost midnight here. Okay. That's Greg. And, it jumped forward. There we are. Okay. Lazy Goblin says, gonna have a drink and watch a movie. It's almost midnight in Belgium. Have a nice day. Yeah, have a nice day, Goblin. And Greg says, cheers, neighbor. Okay, John Dornale says, I'm gonna get a buzz with some stinky old bourbon called Gentleman Jack. Oh my gosh, twice through the Lincoln County filter process. I'm not a big fan of the Lincoln County filter process, and Gentleman Jack has gone through it twice. Ooh. Well, I'm not going to tell you which whiskey to enjoy and which not to enjoy. To me, I find it a little bit too plain, but that's just me. Magnus Hansen says, try the Swedish whiskey. I did once. I did have a sample of Svensk Rök, which came from, sent to me by my friends Renee and Jacob from the Sowleg whiskey, the Sowleg YouTube channel, the Society of Whiskey Loving Elderly Gentlemen. And nice collection of Scotch. Well, those are all empties back there. I have some of them still over on the bar, but most of those are empties. Or they're all empties, all the ones on the bar. Otherwise, they fall down and break. You should have some chill music in the background. I suppose I could, but I don't think it's necessary, really. Quig, I will drink the MC01 now. Cheers for palate pleasure extraordinaire. Oh, I just have a little bit of the MC01 from Port Charlotte left. I just have about that much. Like, it's almost empty. And I'm saving it because I want to see how it compares to the MRC 01 from 2010. Mr. Anuchnach, good evening. Hope you're keeping well. Doing the best I can at the moment. And there's a Barry Baffman saying, drinking a glass of 12-year-old Connemara on you right now. Bought it after watching a review of actually. Cheers, mate. Appreciate you're all doing. Reddit brought me here the video where this man's wife left him. That says Adge Jackson. Oh my goodness. So many people coming from that thing. Interesting to know it, Foodquick, says Greg. Have you ever had a customer asking you for places to try good whiskeys? That would have been leading to a cool conversation, right? Oh, sometimes I impose my hobby on people. I'm saying, yeah, the whiskey festival's next weekend. I'm going, oh, really? There's a whiskey festival? I never heard of that. And on and on and on and on. People don't usually ask for places to get good whiskey. There's one place that has a reasonable selection that I know of in town, but I don't go to whiskey bars often. And some of the places that call themselves whiskey bars are not particularly whiskey bars. They don't have anything interesting on the shelves. They'll have some Glenfiddich and some Glenlivet and maybe some Glenmorangie and maybe a Lefroy and an Ardbeg and, you know, the standard stuff. They'll have all kinds of Johnny Walker, and they'll have some blends. You know, they'll have some Cutty Sark, and they'll have some Grant's Finest maybe, and what's another big one that everyone has? Oh yeah, they'll have Jack Daniels, and they'll have things like that. The standards that you get on the shelf, but they won't have anything more interesting. They'll just have the standards, the ones that sell all the time: Glenfiddich, Glenlivet, Glenmorangie, like I said, and usually the entry level stuff. If you want to get something really special, the so-called whiskey bars in Victoria won't have them. But I think they have a tasting room now at the Strathcona Hotel. I'll have to check that out sometime. But I don't. I drink at home. I don't go somewhere else. I bring stuff home and I drink it here. Okay. Cheers on a Saturday night. Yes, cheers, DJ. And Adge Jackson says, glad to see you still making content, minus the blank white screen I'm seeing now. Blank white screen? We got 37 people watching. I don't see a blank white screen. I see me, as far as I know. 7 Minutes Dead says, thanks for hanging out on stream with us. Oh, it's my pleasure. Warren Teal says, Lafroy 10, I think I will be drinking some of that tonight. There we go. Here's Ben Demon Hunter saying, good afternoon. Just popping in to say hi. Break is almost over. Slancha Food Quig. Slancha, I'm behind. I'm sorry. If I'm seeing this, I'm seeing it about 5 minutes later, which is not too bad considering it's me. Sometimes I get half an hour late. And Chris E. is watching from Campbelltown. Reddit brought me here. DJ Beacon says, cheers, Ben at Ben Demon Hunter. Okay. What else have we got? DJ Beacon says, welcome to Chris E. Bayou Drams is here. Good afternoon, all. We'll be here. Won't be here long, but thought I'd drop in anyways. Thank you for dropping in. Apu is saying, I lost him. Where is he? Where is he? I don't like this. This thing's got a hair trigger. You touch it and zoom, away it goes. Oh, there he is. Quig, the MCO one you can buy here online in the Netherlands. Don't you want to hoard it from here? Yeah, but the only problem is that I can't. If I was to buy it online from the Netherlands, it would probably get intercepted by Canada Customs, and nobody ships to Canada. That's the problem, unless you buy it here. And now shops in Alberta are stopping sending bottles to other provinces. So it's going to be even harder to get whiskey than it has been in the past. I can get whiskey here. It's just not always the ones I want. So there you go. But if I have a friend in another province who is willing to trade or send, or I send them whatever, make arrangements for them, for private people to send bottles like these here, that's perfectly legal within Canada. So I sent a bottle to Rob Klumpstra in Ontario, and he sent me 2 bottles here. Well, these 2 bottles are of equivalent value to the 1 bottle I sent him. So there you go. And there's Bayou Drams and DJ Beacon reconnoitering and saying hi to each other. Hi, Draco says, any chance you can shout out my girlfriend? She loves your channel. Her name is Gurpreet. Hi, Gurpreet. Okay. And next, Black Dragon over on Reddit right now. Okay. Sup, nice wall, says Black Dragon. And Bayou Drams about to go sit on the porch and relax with some ER. Emergency room? I'm terrible with abbreviations. Sorry. So are we in a break? I don't know. Subscribed and belled. Okay. Greg's Whiskey says, hi at Chris E, DJ Beacon, Bayou Drams, etc., etc. Okay. Great plan for a Saturday. Yeah, not bad. There's Rabbit in Red saying, hey, Food Quig, happy Saturday, buddy. Just poured some Deanston 2008 Bordeaux cask, 58%. Rabbit in Red has a talent for getting whiskeys that I can't find. or having whiskeys I've never tried. He's good at that. Okay, Chrissy says hello. And yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I'm behind a little bit. It takes me a moment to read and answer everything. So if I'm 5 minutes behind, 4 minutes now, sorry, Chris. It takes me, I'm a little slower than you guys. Yep. Greg says hi to Rabbit, and Bayou Drams trying to decide if I want another 1.75 of ER or if I want to switch my daily drinker ER. You're gonna have to tell me what ER is. I'm terrible with that. Sorry. Okay. Peter White's here. At Rabbit and Red Reviews, the Deanston is a good one. Yeah, I've had some good Deanstons too. Oh boy, I'm behind. Okay. Okay. Greg says to Rabbit, managed to get me 2002 Organic Oloroso awarded, but haven't opened it yet. Okay. Luke Voves, are you in Midwest or Canada? West Coast of Canada. West Coast, Vancouver Island. DJ Beacon saying to Rabbit and Red Reviews, only have half a bottle left of that Deanston Bordeaux. I've never had the Deanston Bordeaux. Hard to find a lot of things here. Zach Rose just came from Reddit post, and got to say that I'm impressed with your dedication. It's amazing how long you've been doing this and how consistent. It's a hobby, it's a passion. I enjoy doing certain things, and if I keep enjoying doing them, I still do them. And there's so much whiskey to try, to taste, that I've never tasted all of it. And there's always new things I'm finding on the shelf and new experiences. And recently I went to a distillery and opened up some casks in the warehouse. We opened up some barrels and tried them out, and it was a real wonderful, eye-opening experience. So until the variety of whiskey runs out, I don't believe I'm going to stop. I keep doing this. Peter White says to Greg, have you had the Deanston 10 cask strength limited release from a couple of years ago? Wow. Good question. I haven't. Hi, Draco. What are your thoughts on a Glenfiddich IPA experimental whiskey? Had it before? Yes, I did. There's a video or two. There's at least one video about it on my channel somewhere. I have to shift gears and think back to that one. Excuse me. Yes, I've had it before. Glenfiddich IPA is all right. I'm not the biggest fan of these IPA or these Glenfiddich experiments. The Fire and Cane, I've almost got through the whole bottle, and it hasn't really got any better since the beginning. The IPA, that was a little while ago. It was okay. There was another one too. I know there was another one. There's a box back there of what it was. Glenfiddich IPA. Nah. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. It was good whiskey, but it wasn't great whiskey. How about that? And I'm not really a fan of IPA anyway. It's too bitter for me. Back when I used to drink beer, I usually stuck to lagers. And more comments coming up. Okay. Chris E., do you have any Springbank or Glen Scotia? Not at the moment. I've had Springbank and Glen Scotia. In fact, this week I have tasted a Longerow Red. I've also tasted a Hazelburn CV. I had a sample of Hazelburn CV. So in the next week or so, those two whiskeys will be coming up on my regular scheduled whiskey videos. Okay. Chris E says, no, okay. So Springbank and Glen Scotia, I have done them in the last year. I've had some. Glen Scotia anyway, and Kilkerran too, but Springbank, well, no, not exactly. Although I do have a bottle of Springbank 10 that I might open up eventually. Chris Wren is saying, have you ever tried Canadian Rockies 21-year-old batch 01, or has anyone on this chat? I just found 3 bottles. Fantastic. I did buy a Canadian Rockies just, when was it? A week ago? No, on the way back. Yeah, a week ago, on the way back down from Comox. And I bought 1 bottle, but it's not the batch 01. It's a much more recent one. I don't even know if it has the batch number on it. Let me see. I'm sure I had some batch number 1 back in the day when this first came out. It distilled, matured. Okay, this is the Canadian Rock. This is the current bottle. Does it say anything about batch number on the back? Huh, let's find out. Extended maturation oak cask has made Canadian Rockies 21-year-old, bold and smooth with floral notes, complementing ripe fruit. Says the same thing in French. Distributed by Fontana Beverage, Richmond, BC. And this is from Highwood, if I recall. It does not say anything about a batch number. Maybe there are some little numbers on the bottom of the bottle. I don't know. No, I don't see anything like that. This is the one I bought last week, and I just cracked her open. Okay. So, all right. 40% or 46? He's asking Chris. Actually, this one is, I believe, 46. Yes, 46. I don't think I've ever seen a Canadian Rockies at 40%. Maybe such a thing exists, but I've never seen it. They've always been 46, as far as I know. Biodram says, what's a good Canadian whiskey to start with? My only experience with Crown Royal, and I really wasn't a fan. Oh, well, it depends which Crown Royal you had. There are several iterations of Crown Royal. There's one called the Crown Royal Reserve, which I really liked. There's another Crown Royal XR, which is fantastic, but it's not cheap. There's Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye. That's not the same as your standard Crown Royal. There's about 8 or 9 different variations on Crown Royal. Then, of course, there's lots of different ones. But most of them are bottled at 40%. I think the Northern Harvest Rye is at 45, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of good Canadian whiskeys that I like to start with. I usually go for my favorite standard Alberta Premium to start with. Alberta Premium, it's not expensive and it's really good, and I enjoy it a lot. You can go for a Wiser's, maybe a Wiser's Deluxe. That's another good one to start with, I think. Some people like the sweetness of Gibson's, although I'm not a great big fan. Gibson's, I guess it's called Silver or Gibson's Finest or something like that. And let's see. Not every whiskey will appeal to everyone completely. Peter White says to Bayou Drums, are you in the U.S.? And yes, he is. Okay. Have I caught up? I can't believe it. Looks like I have. There's a comment from Rob Klomstra. Where did he go? There it is. Oh my goodness, I am behind. I saw one by Rob. Oh, Eagle Rare. Okay, thank you. Okay, here we are. Aussie in Texas, best scotch to pair with a hot curry. I don't know. There's so many different scotches. The guy to ask would be Gustav Muller in South Africa. He's the guy who likes to pair whiskey, and he would know. His channel is called the Whiskey Couch. He would probably know better than me. And Carl Matthias says, you're in a growing post on Reddit, so more people will probably come. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can handle that. 36 people already watching. And DJ Beacon says 1.75 Eagle Rare is great looking tall bottle. Okay. Well, okay, Eagle Rare doesn't come in 175s here. But now I understand. Okay. Greg's Whiskey Guide. But I'll say lot 40 if you like rye-driven whiskeys, or Weiser's Deluxe, and switch to more powerful ones. Yeah, Weiser's Deluxe. Lot 40 is, yeah. There you go. Okay, I got the Eagle Rare. Now I understand. Okay, I was trying to think, okay, which Canadian whiskey is ER? Because the only whiskeys that I can get in 1.75s are Canadian whiskeys. So here I'm thinking with in my my frame of reference, so to speak. Okay. Peter White says to Biodrams lot 40, 86 proof is about all that gets exported worth a shot. Crown Royal 13 Blenders Mash 90 is supposed to be good, US release only. The Blenders Mash, yeah, that's it's also released in Canada, but in Canada it's called the what was it, the bourbon mash? Yeah, yeah. It's okay, but it doesn't know. In my opinion, it doesn't know whether to be a Canadian whiskey or a bourbon. It's somewhere in between. Maybe it's a good transition. You know, you can use that as a transition from bourbon towards Canadian whiskey. Let's see what we got. Chiar and C. Ever try monkey shoulder? Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Whiskey Friend says, hey, Quig, looking good, fella. Thank you for joining us. And I'm almost 10 minutes behind now. This happens to me every time. Thanks for the recommendation. Okay, Bayou Drams, Red Whiskey Reviews, and enjoying your content, although you almost gave me a heart attack when you dropped that ECBP. Okay. DJ Beacon burps, okay, or did I burp? It's possible that I burped, I don't know. Hi, Draco. Me, weird thing is that I don't like IPA beers usually, but love that one. Not crazy about Experimental or Fire and Cane, but they're drinkable. Yeah. Fire, yeah. The XX Experiment, probably the IPA is the best of the three of those. There was also the winter, the one that was in ice wine casks. That was the expensive one. Hey, Quig, just noticed this live. Hope I'm not too late. No, you're not, Rob. But I did open these already, and I must say that you did a fantastic job of packaging these. I have your note here, and I read it already, so you can go back and see the beginning of this video or this live stream. Okay. The Whiskey Friend, Greg's Whiskey Guide. Hi, Greg, good buddy. Okay, cheers. Rob Theron, Rob Klumstra, Bayou Drum says, don't know why, but whenever I watch Food Quig, I keep thinking to myself, geez, I hope these boxes are secured some way. That would be an amazing landslide. It's all balance and gravity. The only one, there's one, and it's up in the top corner there, right up, way up, that way. There it is. It's a Dalwhinnie Distiller's Edition, and there's a little bit of duct tape on the back of it holding it to the wall. That's it. The rest is all gravity and balance. Okay. There's Riley G. Have you thought about playing Minecraft and reviewing whiskey at Foodquig? Minecraft? I don't think I have time to play any games. I'm busy watching YouTube and producing YouTube, and that takes up most of my hobby time, and of course drinking whiskey. So, Hi Draco says, Whiskey Guide. Yeah, the IPA blend was better than I thought it would be, although I am a big fan of them in general. New England IPAs all day for me. Yeah, no, I'll concur. The IPA is better than the Fire and Cane or the XX. I'll give you that. And then there's the other one, like I said, the one that's aged in ice wine casks that was real expensive. Good, but real expensive. I tasted it at whiskey festivals a couple times, and it's like, oh, it's really good, but trouble with whiskey festivals is you can't really take your time and, savor it for half an hour because there's so many other whiskeys to try and you don't get the full effect. So whiskey festivals are actually a terrible place to try whiskey. Okay. And Whiskey Friend is saying hi to Rob. Trying to catch up here, reading comments and listen to Quig at the same time. Hello, everyone. Greg, DJ, whoever just asked about Canadian Rockies 21. I've had it several times. And hello at Whiskey Friend. Okay. Yeah, I've had it several times too, the 21. I don't know if it was the batch one, but like I said, I have this one right here. This is the one that I bought recently on my way home from the whiskey festival up in the Comox Valley. Me too, probably because they're not standing well, but kind of have a pizza tower. Okay, syndrome, if you see what I mean. Okay, all right. Apu is saying, Quig, isn't it a shame that alcohol is a poison for your body? Whiskey being so delicious. Yeah, too bad. Rick Cutta is asking, what is your day job? I do not have a day job. I have a night job. I drive a taxi at night. DJ Beacon says the XR is about 110 US here. Well, that's nice because it's like 160 US here, or 160 Canadian. So 160 CAD plus tax. So you're paying about $180 here for the same thing. And Apu is saying that I'm a taxi driver. Yes, it's true. Okay. Rob says, I just tried the Crown Royal French Oak, and I wouldn't say it's worth the money personally. Oh, really? Okay. Would that be the Noble Collection French Oak Crown Royal? I think that's what it is. Hold on. Yeah. French Oak. That's this one here. I haven't opened it yet. Yeah, I've got so many whiskeys that I haven't got to yet, just because I can do three or four a week, and then there's samples to try, and there's plenty of whiskey for me to try. So you tried the French Oak, okay? There are some Crown Royals like the if you just tried it, you just opened it, Rob. Here's what I suggest. Give it 2 or 3 weeks and come back to it. My experience with some Canadian whiskeys, especially the high-end ones, the ones that cost more, like the XR, especially the XR, it tastes like nothing when I first opened it. Was not impressed at all. But after 2 or 3 weeks, it came into its own. It just opened up and just blossomed. It was fantastic. A lot of Canadian whiskeys, especially the cheap stuff, no problem. If you're drinking Golden Wedding, it doesn't matter. It's not going to change much. It's Golden Wedding. But if you're drinking something like Crown, the higher end Crown Royals, give them a chance to open up. Just 2 or 3 weeks. That's usually what it takes. And if you only just open the bottle, It will change. I think it will change. I'm pretty confident it will change, and it might be worth a little more. But we'll see. I can only tell for sure after I've gone through a whole bottle, but my channel relies on first impressions. And then I come back to something if it didn't give me the right first impression to begin with. Greg says, received some samples of Canadian whiskeys to try, but don't remember which all are. Plus, they are reserved for a very special live occasion I'm planning with VIP guests. Oh, goodness. Tradition says, also here from Reddit, just passing by, seems like a really nice place and decent group of people knocking around in here. Yeah, I like the whiskey community. It's good people all around. And Peter White says, the original batch Rockies 001 was 40%. Oh, okay. They released another batch 001 at 46. Yours is the second release of 2146. Okay, I've had the first release in the past, but that one's not available anymore. And Canadian Rockies 21 that I have had, so I must have had the first batch or the batch 001 at 46, and it's just beautiful whiskey. And I just thought they changed the bottle and it's the same stuff. So this is the different batch. It doesn't say anything on the bottle, but okay. So the new bottle is the batch 02. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you for the information. You're always full of information and you freely, share it, which I appreciate, because I'm not really good at research. I just enjoy tasting. Rob says, very nice, Greg. Cheers at tradition. You're welcome here. No Shoes, No Face says, how's your pelvis? That's an interesting question. Good as far as I know. UWU says hi. Hi, UWU. And Lee Macklin says, free house for me tonight. Just poured some Yellow Spot and found this. Someone else drinking whiskey, Slancha from Ireland. Yellow Spot is beautiful. I just polished off a bottle not too long ago, and that was my second bottle that I polished off. And it's just good stuff. Really nice. Very nice. Greg says, I imagine an alien coming on Earth and watching us speak about ECBP, bottles of WOW, and ER, etc. Yeah. They would understand that we know how to have a good time, I think. Whiskey Jason's here too, saying hi, Quig. Hi, Jason. Good to have you with us. And DJ Beacon saying, welcome to Lee Macklin and cheers. Okay. Greg saying hi to Jason. Rob says, Gibson's 18-year, the Venerable, is not bad at all, but maybe a bit pricey compared to Weiser's 18 and others. Okay, it's been a while since I've had Weiser's 18, probably about 5 or 6 years. I did once, I called it the high-end Canadian whiskey challenge or something like that, and I had a Gibson's 18 and I had an 18-year-old Weiser's side by side, and I tried them both. Both of them were on the weaker side. I found the Gibsons to be more, to be sweeter, and each of them cost me $75 at the time. I wonder what they cost now. I don't even know. I saw Weiser's 18 in the store last night, but I didn't see the price tag. What I ended up buying was a Highland Park Twisted Tattoo. I also bought a Glenlivet Sherry Cask Nadura, and I bought a 1.75 of Alberta Premium. I got a 750 of Golden Wedding. And what else did I get? I got something else in there. Oh, yeah. Macaloni's Peated Macnabrack. I also got some Cuddy Sark Prohibition, one of my favorites. And is that all? Or was there one more? I believe there was one more. Oh, yeah, an Auchentoshan and American Oak, because I like that one as a starter. I like to start with Auchentoshan and American Oak. It's delicious. It's not too complicated, but I just love the flavors of that one. So that's where I start. I don't know. Gibson's usually is a little sweet for my taste. I like the taste of Weiser's. Most Weiser's. Weiser's 18 I found to be kind of weak. But Weiser's 15 is really nice, and Weiser's 35 is excellent, and Weiser's Deluxe is okay. I haven't tried the 23-year-old yet, but I do have a bottle in reserve. I do have a bottle on the side. That's the new one, the new Weiser's Cast Strength 23-year-old release. I will get to it. Like everything else, I will get to it, but there's so much whiskey, so little time. Okay. And Richie's here. Rich Zed. Is it the same Rich Zed as Richie Zed? Or Rich Z, Richie Z? Or maybe. How do you feel that video keeps being reposted on Reddit? Any update on how things are going with you for new viewers? Best wishes to you. You know, when a video goes viral like that, it takes on a life of its own. And if people keep watching it and people keep clicking on the advertising, I'll make a few bucks from it. It'll buy me a bottle of whiskey every now and then. I'm happy with that. It doesn't bother me if people see it and they keep seeing it. It doesn't bother me. I made it so that people would see it. I just didn't expect so many people to see it, but that's okay. I don't have any regrets about it. I'm not ashamed of anything I put up. Even some of it might be incriminating, and some of it might be showing me at my silliest side, because a lot of my videos are like that. I'm not taking myself seriously at all. If people see something in my video, fine. And if people want to say bad things about me, I've probably said those bad things already, so it doesn't matter. It's all good. Yeah, things are going fine with me. I'm just enjoying life. I'm enjoying tasting whiskey. I'm looking forward to retirement in some years, and I have a plan for what to do when that happens. Just had my first High West Midwinter's Night Dram. Oh, I've heard of that one there, DJ. Boy, is that nice and easy sipping rye. Huh. Well, I'll have to look for some. Like I said, there's so many whiskeys, you can't possibly be on top of all of them. But that sounds like a good one. AB says, hey, you're on the first page of Reddit right now. Yeah, over the last day or two, I've picked up a couple hundred subscribers, and my views and revenue are going up again. So I don't know why they keep reposting it. You'd think people would be sick of seeing that thing by now, but it's all good. Whiskey Jason's still here saying hi to Greg. And Shane Bruce says, check Reddit. I wouldn't even know how to check Reddit. I don't do Reddit myself. I know, it's funny, isn't it? I mean, I don't even do Reddit. I spend my time on YouTube, and that's it. Okay. A little bit behind here. We'll try to catch up. Okay. All right. Check Reddit. I wouldn't know how to. Oh, man, gravity and balance. Yes. Yes, it's true. Is it Kieran or Charon? Apparently, Kim Jong-il was a big fan of Bushmills. Nice. Okay. DJ Beacon says, everyone should be a fan of Bushmills. Well, Bushmills is very easy drinking. It's just like, it goes down like water. And Chris Rand is saying, I was meaning the 46% Canadian Rockies 21-year-old. It says batch 001, but I guess that Asian market only version at 40% was the original. Yes, that's right. Originally, it was an Asian market only whiskey until someone decided to bring it out for Canada at 46. There you go. There you go. So the 40%er was the one, that the export one. Okay, that makes sense. Anyone who doesn't love Black Bush is a legit serial killer. Really? Totally agree. Annie was surprised at how nice the Red Bush is. Yes, the Red Bush is nice too. Hugo, can I get an estimate on how much it would cost to build a whiskey wall like you got behind you. Incredible. One piece at a time. Every time I have a whiskey and it has a box, unlike these guys that I opened up today, if it has a box or a tube, it goes on the wall. Through the years, though, a few boxes and tubes from the wall were used to ship or courier bottles like this that do not come with boxes and tubes. It's just one of these things that get collected over time. So how much did it cost me? For free, as long as I bought the whiskey and consumed the whiskey that was contained within the boxes and tubes. So yeah, how much does it cost? I don't know. How much did I spend on whiskey in the last 6 years? I don't know. Or is it 5 years? Well, it's 4.5 years since I moved in here. So let's just say that I've been collecting these boxes and tubes for, let's say 5 years, because I did bring a few with me from my previous place of residence. If you look in the video, Lefroy 10, the go-to Isle of Malt, you will see that over my shoulder, over my left shoulder, is the work desk, my ex's work desk. And at the beginning of the video, she's sitting at a chair similar to this one at the desk with her back towards me. Now, if you look towards the window, past her desk, you will see a few tins and boxes in the window in that video. If you look carefully, if you look at the details, and if you put it on full screen, you will definitely see a few tubes and boxes in the window behind my ex's desk, right over my left shoulder. And that's where this particular wall started, right about there, and it grew up and went over that way, and then it started from here and went that way, and now it's getting towards the wall. So I might do another row, or it might go into the other room because the wall keeps going that way. Okay. First Phil is here from Scotland. Yes, good to see you again. I remember that night at the Bon Accord in Glasgow. That was a good time. Very good time. Should do that again someday. Lee Macklin saying, I thought Red Bush was like some sort of fireball shot. How did I not know this? No, Red Bush is nothing like fireball. Red Bush is all right. Nice Irish whiskey. You have to add your own cinnamon. Yeah. Fun statement at, is it Chiaran or Charan C? Guess what got it? Plus another unmissable, the 21-year-old and the 21-year-old Caribbean cask awarded by WS. Not a recent one, mind you. Oh, are we talking about a Bushnell's here? That was Greg saying that. Okay. Hi at First Phil, yeah. And Rob saying, Foodquig, I'm not saying the Crown Royal French Oak is bad by any means. It just didn't seem like it was $100 plus bottle. And granted, it was just the sample I was sent. Oh, okay. So you don't know where the sample was poured from. The sample could have been poured from the beginning, which would be a neck pour, or it could be from the middle, or it could be the last one from the bottle that was all oxidized and had given all it had to give. So yeah, you don't know. Samples are nice to give you an idea about a whiskey, but they don't give you the full picture. I enjoy samples. Don't get me wrong. They just don't give you the full picture. Thanks, guys. Dramming on a wild, stormy night on Ardbeg. I know. Okay, I know would be all right. But, I would probably, I know it's okay. Sergey is here. Hey there, Mr. Foodquig. Front butt. What's in the glass this salty eve? Pure water. I might have a date later tonight, depending on if I receive a phone call or not. We'll see. And Michael B found me through Reddit. Everyone's finding me through Reddit. First of all, they run out of Irish in your local? Oh, okay. He's asking, Chiaran or Kiaran is asking First Phil. Okay. Greg says, you're welcome at First Phil. Nice, very balanced starter. That's the I know. Okay. Beard game is strong, says Rithius or Rithless. Yeah, yeah. The hormones are working. Dude, you're trending on Reddit. Or funny. Okay. Red Shark is here. I found you on Reddit. Yeah, everybody's coming in from Reddit. We've got 93 what? 93 people watching? I've never had an audience that big. I think the most I had before this was maybe 40. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Was scary for sure. Haha, Bayou Drams. Thankfully, the casualties are minimal. Okay, I don't know what Rabbit's talking about here. Trending boy laughing out loud. Greg Whiskey Guy have you tried this dram? Okay, RR says, here from Reddit, you're goddamn legend. Oh, futs. Dick Thunder says, I just came from Reddit thread that's talking about you. So far, the initial feeling of the thread is that it's sad that you lost your wife, but you're doing really good for yourself. We're happy. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thanks. OMG at Foodquig is trending again on Reddit right now. Let's get weird. Oh my goodness. Alice RX bit. Okay. Time for you to blow up. Has he said something about Reddit? I don't know anything about Reddit except that I'm apparently on it right now. That's a lot of whiskey, man. No, it's just a lot of empties. I've drank a lot of whiskey to get there. Yeah, this DJ11 saying the Quig's on early. Nice. Cheers. Yeah, I might do something else later tonight. So I just had to, unbox these 2 bottles of Stock and Barrel from Ontario. Sorry at first, Phil. I had to go to the bathroom laughing out loud. Which one? Spooky says, hell yeah, that's a win. Captain A says, how much whiskey to drown the feeling of loneliness? I'm not lonely, really. Sometimes I have to escape people. I drive a taxi for a living, so I always have people getting in the car and people getting out of the car. Sometimes I just want to be left alone. First Phil is saying, I know. Okay, I know. Sergey is saying Foodquig's bar has like 300 bottles. I think not sure if they are all open. Not 300, no. Maybe 150. And I got about 60 open right now. I haven't counted exactly, but Reddit is happy for you that you broke up with your wife because you seem happier, seem like you're in a better place than you were during your marriage. Okay, well, it depends. Most of it was good, but the end of it was not so good. That's all I'm saying. Where are we? Oh shit, this thing is going. I've lost track. Oh, here we are again. Okay. That's the way to live, man. Don't take anything seriously. Just do what feels right. Exactly. Undead Army 2012 says, hey, man, glad you're doing well. I remember seeing your old Scotch review posted a long time ago. Good to see you're enjoying life. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Greg's saying, yeah, at first fill, but I didn't buy it yet. I think favor before the Ugadal. Don't know. Not a hardcore Ardbeg fan, but I'm happy with the very few ones I have. Okay, that's Greg's Whiskey Guide talking to First Phil about Ardbeg. Stephanie B says, I can't recall if you've ever tried the Glenfarclas 105. Yes, early on. I think I still have the video somewhere. Wow, let me find it. I know I have it somewhere. Where are you? Not there. Oh, not there. Okay, wait. Glenn Farkless 105, eh? Let me see. Glenn Farkless. I'm doing a search here. Oh, here it is. There's my 105 video. Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, friends, it's
Glenn Farkless 105. There is the edit copy. And let's go back to StreamYard, and I'll put the URL for that video right here. There you go. There's the 105. The Glenn Farkless 105. You should see that in the chat. Sergey says, have you bet any moist tarts since you got famous or tried Jim Beam Red Stag? No, I've not tried Jim Beam Red Stag and moist tarts. No. Dick Thunder says, we keep reposting it because it seems like you're doing better, seems like you're healthier and happier, and we want that for ourselves and for you. Well, that's nice of you, Dick Thunders. I appreciate that. Lee Macklin says, seems Canadian whiskey is the talk. Aside from Canadian Club, I've never drank any before. Any recommendations on where to start? Oh, good gosh. I've got a lot of videos on Canadian whiskey, tasting it. And I'll be making some more because I've got the whole release from 2019 that I have to go through. Canadian whiskey is yeah, and it's going to be bigger and bigger as time goes on, as more people try the good stuff from Canada. How do you like Glenn Farkless 105? It's big flavors to me. Yes, it is, DJ. I love Glenn Farkless 105. It's just that there's so many other whiskeys to try that I haven't had a Glenn Farkless 105 in a while. I did have one in a bar in Manchester with the whiskey friend. I remember that. Oh, I can't pronounce this. It starts with a jet and ends with a mina. How many units of alcohol do you actually consume daily? Asking as a guy with chronic pancreatitis from just a couple beers a day. Okay. I switched from beer to whiskey because I am diabetic. And I would probably have a severe pancreatitis right now if I drank beer still. I switched from beer to whiskey because of my diabetic condition. And beer has lots of carbohydrates in there, and it puts your blood sugar up as soon as you drink it. Whiskey, being a distilled spirit, has no carbohydrates and no sugars, and it doesn't put your sugars up. In fact, whiskey brings your sugar levels down a little bit. So yeah, if you don't drink beer, and I'm not drinking beer, you shouldn't have a problem. If you switch to whiskey, yeah, if you switch to whiskey, your pancreatitis might clear up a little bit, might get better. Rabbit in Red says, oh snap, my comrade at Foodquig is blowing up the interwebs again. Shit. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not lifting a finger, and it's just happening. Good to see you seem much happier. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks. Looks like you're in a good place right now and doing what you enjoy. Best wishes from Ontario. Thank you, AB. And First Phil says, I don't think it's a fave among the real Ardbeg fans. Okay, we're talking about Ano again? Yeah, so I hear, but it's the first for me and wondered if you tried it. I tried it. I had Ano. It's all right, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's as good as a Corey Vrecken or as a Supernova, or it doesn't come anywhere near the Dark Cove. It's okay. It's okay, but it's not quite in the league of those. And it's good, but there are so many better ones. It's all right. I know it's all right, but there are other Ardbegs. Even Ardbeg 10, I think I prefer over the Ano. But it's a personal thing too, right? If you like it, hey, more power to you. It's all good. Stephanie B says Glenfarclas 105 is in my top 5. Have one bottle left that's still unopened. Can't find any more bottles though. I want another so I can experience again. I'm in Canada. Okay, well, what part of Canada? It depends where you are in Canada, because I'm in Canada too, and I'm on the West Coast. And I can get Ardbeg 105, not Ardbeg. I can get Glenfarclas 105 anytime, but I do have a lot of whiskey shops in the area, or I do have a lot of liquor stores in the area that might carry it. I know I can get it in one place in particular for sure. Depends where you are in Canada. Where are you there, Stephanie? I know it's going to take me a while to get to read your comment, but hopefully I'll be able to read it before this whole stream ends. It's really smoky and fruity. Nice, says First Phil. Okay. Is the wall leaning, or it's leaning, but I have shorted up a little bit. It's not leaning as much as it was. It's actually straight on this side. At the very end, it's straight up and down. And on the other side, it's leaning a little bit that way. But there's a split about here where it leans this way and it leans a little that way. So I'm trying to keep it more or less straight. It's straight around here. It's straight here. But over in the middle, it's leaning a little bit. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there. It is leaning a little bit, yeah. Greg's Whiskey Guide. I don't know about Reddit. Tend to refuse to multiply the social medias accounts and chat platforms in order not to lose too much time, plus avoid scammers and spammers. Yeah, well, yeah, YouTube is my thing. That's where I am mostly. I might be following a few people on Twitter, and occasionally I'll look at Facebook when somebody posts something that's of interest to me, and they usually they tag me or something like that. Do the bottles last a while, or do you focus on one at a time? I like to have a number of bottles open at a time. Like I said, I got about 50 open now, and that's not quite enough. I like to have about 100 open so I can pick and choose what I want depending on my mood at the time. And I usually start with the lower ABV whiskey, 40%, and I work my way up to the stronger ones and the more peated ones. And so that's how it goes. Let's see now. DJ Beacon says, Stephanie B, try looking at fine drams in Denmark, like 50 for a liter bottle. Oh, okay. Sergey says, well, aren't you special, Jimbo? Reddit video made me drink more, says Sergey. Take some high-res pictures of the wall and sell them as T-shirts and posters. Oh, man, I'm not into merch. Sorry. Merch is more work. I work enough as it is. To whoever asked about Canadian whiskey, try 40 Creek and JP Wiser's. Yes, definitely 40 Creek, because 40 Creek will always have a little more flavor than other whiskeys from in the same price, at the same price point. And JP Wiser's is all around goodness anyway. Then we want to try things like, I always go for Alberta Premium. I like this stuff, but that's just me. Greg's Whiskey Guide says, Phil and Ano is still a good starter to enter the Ardbeg world. Oh, yeah, but Ano is like 48%. It's not the first thing that I would start drinking. If I was having a flight, I would drink something else first. But yeah, I know it's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I prefer other Arbegs over it. That's all. Sergey says the Reddit video made me decide to start drinking more. Okay. Whiskey guy, good call. Greg, okay. First Phil says good call to Greg. Okay, Greg's saying hope to visit the Bon Accord pub someday. Oh, you owe it to yourself. It's a great place. The Norwegian Nerd. Hello, are you a member of the Whiskey Tribe? No, sorry, I don't subscribe to those guys. I don't agree with no, sorry. I can't watch their videos. I think it was called the Whiskey Vault. Now they call it the Whiskey Tribe. Whatever. I couldn't watch those guys. They're just silly. Sorry, it's just my own personal feeling. So Gay says Red Bush is what I order from the ginger that tends to bar at my corner bar. Time to wake up. Just a moment. Yeah, if it was my work day, this would be the time to wake up and start getting ready and going to work. Yep. What I ordered from the ginger that tends bar at my corner bar. Last night I almost bought a bottle of 2 gingers. It's not bad. It's double distilled Irish whiskey. It goes down easy. And yes, Bushmills, says Greg. Mortlach 26, any good? Haven't had it yet. Sorry, Mateo. First Phil says, Greg's Whiskey Guide. Me and Foodie had a lovely evening. You should come. A great malt whiskey pub. Yes, I concur. Take high-res pictures of the wall and sell as merchants for shirts and posters if copyright isn't an issue. Yeah, no. Sergey says, Whiskey Tribe chodes. They know nothing about whiskey. Now, why would I watch somebody who knows nothing about whiskey? Let me take a quig. I need a glass of water, and I'll be right back. Chodes. Okay. Well, that was an interesting little comment where Sergey said that Whiskey Tribe knows nothing about whiskey. That's maybe correct, but one thing that they do know is marketing, and they have sold themselves completely. I don't know anything about doing that, but I guess you guys are selling me. Hey, I hope you're doing good, Food Quig, says Kyla. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. James Nurse says Lafroig MX VSPX. Can't decide which is my preference. Which is yours? MX. What is MX? Is there a PX Sherry Lefroy? And MX, what is that? I don't even know. Ben Reeves from Australia stopped by via Reddit, of course. What's up with you, Holmes? Says, I just saw you on Reddit. Oh my goodness, here we go. Norwegian Nerd says, hello, hello. Are you a member of the Food Tribe group on Facebook? I posted your video there. Should be another 20K views. No, I'm not a member of the group on Facebook. I'm a member of Scotch Addicts, but I don't usually post anything there. And Brendan D stopped by from Reddit. Carrie Square bracket says, found you on Reddit. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Way to go, Quake, says Whiskey Jason. Sugar Marine says, hey, you made the Reddit homepage. You're famous now. Again? I made that homepage on, I think it was a year ago or more than a year ago when that video first went viral. Greg says, first Phil, sure, next plan if I can. Gotta save money before, as to visit Glasgow, bars in Campbelltown, and Isla. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I did last year. A lot of you are from Reddit. So, okay, Woojify says, we're all from Reddit. Jack Sheet says, broke 100 viewers. Did we now? Well, it's got 98 now, which is not bad. Amazing, 103. Okay, it was at one point. Now it's 99. Wow. I feel like Aquavite. Okay, what's happening? Oh, man, I'm so far behind. Okay, I think I'm back on later tonight. Food Quick better be pounding Poontang, not streaming on YouTube. Who knows? Your thoughts on Monkey Shoulder? Meh. It's not my favorite. It's very plain. It doesn't have a lot going for it. If you take the blandest Glenfiddich and you take the, is it Glenfiddich or Glenlivet? I think it's Glenfiddich. Yeah, Glenfiddich. And you take some substandard Balvenie and you add about 50% Kininvi, you get Monkey Shoulder. It's a starter. It's might as well mix it. I'm not a great big fan of Monkey Shoulder. I would drink Johnny Walker Green instead. I know Johnny Walker Green costs more, but you pay for what you get, I think. Reddit famous now. Here for the support. You seem a lot happier. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm great. Thanks. Greg's first Phil says, you're welcome anytime. Glasgow and Edinburgh. Then Isla. Ask Food Quick how good it is. There you go. Lots of viewers, says Mr. Anuknak. Yes, too many. I don't, maybe 106. Oh my goodness. Also just came from Reddit. No matter what, you seem like a fantastic fellow, wise, and therefore your reviews are therefore about. Thank you very much. Dwayne Sassy says, what's your favorite whiskey? Oh, what a question. I've got about 30 at the moment. There's so many whiskeys, there's so much variety, it's so incredible. You're now famous. Bring on the Scotch. Been bringing the Scotch for many years. Over 100 blokes viewing. Let's get hammered. Okay, Sugar Marinade says, so what's your favorite Johnny Walker blend? Green. Hands down, green. And Ron says, let's drink. Greg says, I believe you at first, Phil. Been last year quickly to Lowlands, Highlands, and Speyside, but in 4 days, hard to take it all. Alas, couldn't stay more than an hour in the magnificent Edinburgh. Yeah, the trouble with Edinburgh is I had an afternoon there, and the afternoon was not enough. I did go from my hotel, and I bought some more luggage to put whiskey in to bring home, and then I went up Coburn Street from the Waverley Station and went up the end of the Royal Mile, took in the Scotch whiskey experience, went into a few shops. I think I bought some 50 ml bottles so that I could have a few drinks that evening. Because the following morning we were going on our tour of Isla from Edinburgh. So, yeah. Foodquake should cancel his dates tonight and party with us, says Sergey. Well, I'll see. I don't even know if I have a date yet. This girl said she was going to call me to go for dinner. She hasn't called yet. Okay, now I came to my Glenn Farkless 105 video that I posted there. Okay, thanks for the link. Okay, you're welcome. Norwegian Nerd says, "What's your thoughts on Monkey Shoulder?" I said that already. How do you like the Jura behind you? Which one? My favorite Jura is the Elixir. I've had a few Juras. I've had the Superstition. I've had the Prophecy. Prophecy was good, but a little expensive for what you're getting. I've had a few Juras. I haven't had any of the new ones yet, but I do have them on the side. I haven't opened them yet. I have a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. And I hear it has that medicinal quality. Are we talking about Jura? And which one? Depends. Because there's a Jura Origins. We're talking about the old line of Jura. There's Origins. There's Elixir, which I really like. Then there's Superstition. And then there is the Prophecy. And then now they have age-stated Juras. And I have a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. Haven't opened them yet, but I will eventually. First Phil says to Greg's Whiskey Guide, you did a lot in 4 days. Wow. Once tasted a limited edition of Glen Farkless bottled for France or Netherlands, don't remember. Very funnily named Glen First Class, laughing out loud, and it was good. It should be. Glen Farkless is lovely. Jimbo Smith says, hi Quig, I'm newbie to Scotch. I really enjoyed the Auchentoshan 12. Can you recommend 2 or 3 others of the same expression? Not into smoke or wood expressions, thanks. Auchentoshan 12. Altmore 12? Altmore 12 might do you. That's AULTMORE. That'll do you. Dalwhinnie 15. Another good one is Glenkinchie 12. That one I like too. Those are not peated at all and not very woody. And maybe something with a little bit more sherry. How about try a Glenfiddich 12 or a Glenlivet 12. See how they do you. That might be the way to go. That's usually, if you're going to go try single malt Scotch, a lot of us started out with those, with the Glenlivet and the Glenfiddich 12. And there's Rabbit in Red saying hi to First Phil. Doing good. Okay. Looking way better. Stream is a lot lighter. Yeah, it's nice. Okay. You did well at Foodquig. Thank you, Greg. Mr. Anuchnach says, is this another viral time for Quig? Amazing. It would appear so. We got 93 people watching. How long have we been on? An hour and a half? Not bad. Doing well, but enjoying a dram of Deanston 2008 Bordeaux. Oh, that's right. And they're pushing Deanston 12 at the liquor stores now that Ralphie has made it his whiskey of the year. I haven't bought one yet, but I've had it in the past. Only if people consume in reasonable amounts. Yeah, that makes sense, Greg. Dude, open the bottle already. No, I might still get a call. And if I get a call, then I'll make my date for dinner if she calls. If she doesn't call, that's no big loss. I'm gonna give her till about, I don't know, 6, 7, whatever. Neil Quinn says, if you're not sure how your liver is doing, check the ALT at your annual physical. Truly normal is in the 20s or lower. Okay. I will ask. But my doctor has not said anything that was incriminating. He didn't say your so-and-so is high. In fact, I've been doing good on my sugars. My A1C is usually good. Wait a minute, what's the date now? In December, January, February, March. On the 6th of March, I have to go for blood work again. So there you go. It's the guy. Looking good, dude. You're the legend. Thank you very much. That was Finn the Fox saying that. Valzar Gaming. Greetings from Reddit. Only gets better, my man. Glad to see you doing well. Thank you. Henry Leenstra says, how do I shot web? I don't know. How do you shot web? Jay Asper says, how many live watchers do you usually have? Well, now I got 92, but usually it's about 30 would be good back in the day. First Field's here saying, Ardbeg, I know. Okay, right. 105 is great, says Rabbit. And Jay Asper says, like to mix all my scotch with Pepsi. Okay. I'm not going to tell you how to enjoy your whiskey. As long as you enjoy it, it's your whiskey. That's the easiest and best answer. You can enjoy it any way you like. You can enjoy it with red hot sauce. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. I'm not going to tell you, oh no, you can't have it that way. That's not the right way. No, there is no right or wrong way. And it's the same thing when you're tasting whiskey. The way I experience it may be different from the way you experience it. So it's all good. However you like it, it's your thing. You can't be wrong. That's the nice thing about this hobby. Nice at first, Phil. How do you compare it to Ardbegs? Okay, we're talking about the I know. I don't think First Phil has had any other Ardbeg, or he doesn't seem to know. Good, but still prefer the 10. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I concur with you on that one there, First Phil. 6 distilleries in 4 days. Don't drive, but was with friend who does. Only chose the distilleries according to the places we were obliged to stay, as I won the whole trip. Oh, nice. You won the trip. Cool. Felt the same at first, Phil. 10 is cheaper. Whiskey Jason's here saying, Greg's Whiskey Guide, you won a trip to Scotland? ? Yeah, that's nice. Hey, Whiskey Jason, good evening, buddy, says Rabbit in Red. Laughing out loud. Okay. Anything Kush says, hello. I remember seeing you from a couple years ago. Love you, man. Definitely looks like you're doing better. Thank you. I think I'm doing all right. Yeah. When I made that video, it was just at the end of a relationship. The relationship was good for 9.5 years. It's just the last 6 months of it were hard, and nothing I could do about that. She just was not the same person anymore. First Phil says to Rabbit in Red, Whiskey Reviews, huge Deanston fan. Enjoy the Bordeaux. That's a good one. Blue Ribbon says, hi, Mr. Quigg. I'm late. Oh, no, you're not. You can never be late. The only time you're really late is when you're not breathing anymore and you're on the other side of the grass, so to speak. Never late. Chris Wren says, I agreed that a poster of your wall would sell. Heck, you could make wallpaper. Logan Orr says, something from Taiwan. Cool. Nice to have you with us. The one named Nestor is here now. WTF is going on up here, rolling on the floor, laughing at Food Quig. You make some new friends? It would appear that way. We are starting to lose some viewers now. We're down to 88. Hey, says Whiskey Jason to Rabbit in Red. And Greg says, yes, in 2009, Whiskey Jason, after buying a blend, I just wanted to check it. There was a lottery ticket on it, and I won 3 days, nights in 3 different B&Bs from Edinburgh to Inverness. Whole report is on my WS. Okay. James Wilson says, all I have is Talisker 12 RN, about to run out as well. Wondering what to get next. Talisker 12 is a nice whiskey. I've never had the 12. I've had the 10. I've had the Storm and Dark Storm and a couple others. Finally, glad to hear that, Food Quig. I'm with you, even if it's not popular. Which one? I forget. What was I talking about? Oh, we're talking about the Anno maybe? Or the 105? Or I don't know. Whiskey Guide WS question mark? Oh, okay. What do you plan to do with all your extra time now? I don't have any extra time now. I'm always on YouTube and I'm always making videos and enjoying whiskey and working and sleeping and, everything else. Justin says, hi, Reddit. Okay. Is he making lemonade or something? Says the Boredom Show. Is tap water good in Victoria? No. What I do for water is I go to the supermarket and I get the reverse osmosis purified water. And that's good. That's what I'm drinking now. I always buy some every week. Whiskey Tribe is not so bad, but yeah, they goof off a little too much. Well, that's it. I'm not there to watch guys goofing off. I'm there to watch people talk about whiskey. And so what I was gonna say, or if I haven't said it already, is those guys don't know much about whiskey, but they know how to sell themselves. And that's what they have done to so much of an audience. That's why they're so big. I'm sorry I'm not buying it. It's too goofy for me. Yes, with only the finest lemons, says Anukna. Where's he gone? Oh, I took a quig. Yeah, he's taking a quig bathroom break, getting water. Yes, that's true. That's what I was doing. Thomas Milne says, you have to kill the right goat to get decent water. Oh, of course you do. Okay. And in that, I mean pissing, says Boredom Show. Yes, I did that. Dropping them quiglets off at the pool. And he's back. Okay. Yes, I'm back. I've been back for a while. What do you think of slow and low rock and rye? Don't know. Never had it. Lefroy MXPX. No FX. We've never tried it. I wouldn't know anything about Lefroy MXPX. But I have had a Brodeer, which is a port cask. Ian Sauer says, how would you describe the marriage to the next generation? I'll say one thing. Every marriage is different. So I can't really describe. Everyone is different. Whiskey Sneerson is just tuning in. Can I see the bottles, Quig? Right here. Stock and Barrel. Oh, wait. There we are. Stock and Barrel, 100% rye and single malt. There we go. Both at 46% alcohol by volume. And they're both from the Rob Klumpstra and the LCBO. Okay. Watch Ralphie the most, says Andreas Esser. Yeah, I watch Ralphie too. I try and get every one of his videos. Ralphie and Horst and a whole bunch of other people. And Rabbit in Red is in Scotch Addicts too. Okay. This is Dan, says, some love from Reddit. I really like your background decoration. Thank you very much. 106 viewers now. All right. Hey. Okay, I'm missing something. Oh, I'll never catch up. Oh my goodness, I'm even getting super chats. Nice. Okay, here we are. Let me get caught up. Love some from Reddit. I really like your background. Okay, 4 p.m. was there, and now it's 4:20. I'm 20 minutes behind. This is not unusual for me. Rhino Film says, I'm also from Reddit. Just checked out your videos and I'm really liking. Thank you. Thank you. Max Wally says, I came from Reddit as well. And Andreas Esser says, Scotch for Dummies has grown on me too. Scotch for Dummies, I found a problem with them is that too many people speaking at the same time, and I couldn't understand what was going on. I watched them for a while, but I haven't watched them for quite some time now. Bourbon Journey says, cheers, Quig. Thank you, Bourbon Journey. And Rob Rogers, also from Reddit. Bourbon Journey says, need to check out Reddit. I would, but all my time is taken up with YouTube already, making videos and watching videos. And Drew Harris is tuning in also. Billy Preston says, also here from Reddit, hello, y'all. How's the Scotch tonight? I haven't had a drink yet. Probably lost some TWT fans too. Oh, the Whiskey Tribe. I didn't know people who were into Whiskey Tribe were watching me at the same time. I mean, our channels are so totally different that we're not in the same universe, really. I don't think so anyway. Trending again at my Bourbon Journey, says Rabbit in Red. Mocone5 says, man, came from Reddit and you happen to be live, laughing out loud. Yeah, it's great. Do you only review Scotch? No, I do Scotch, Canadian whiskey, bourbons, Irish, Taiwanese, Italian. I've done Indian whiskey. I've done Japanese whiskey. I do all kinds of whiskey, whatever whiskey I get. And these are Canadian, by the way. These are from Ontario, Stock and Barrel, 100% rye, and the other one is a single malt, and a single cask too, not just a single malt. James Nurse, thank you for the pound. I appreciate that. That's nice of you. And Even Hanning says Glenfiddich 12 versus Glenlivet 12. Oh, they're both good. They're in the same ballpark. I would take them, either one or the other. They'd both be good. Okay. Sneerson, how's it going, Rabbit? Okay. Google user says, what do you have to do to get a drink of Scotch right now? Well, me, I just have to reach over to the bar and get one, but I might be going somewhere tonight, so I don't know yet. I'm not drinking yet because will probably have to drive. Tuna Bjork says Reddit, and Greg's first super chat for Food Quig. No, it's not my first super chat ever, but it's the first one today. So yeah, it's good. Thanks. I'd go Glenlivet at Even Hanning, says Rabbit in Red. Okay. Reddit says James Nurse. Hey, Sneerson, sup, buddy? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah, Reddit. Got a bottle of Oath 2018 as a gift. You ever tried it? No, I haven't tried it, Paul Williams. I may someday. Greg's Whiskey Guide says J.W. Green instead. Okay. Paul Williams, it's a nice pour. Okay. You seem really nice. I'm glad I got an update on your story. Oh, you're welcome anytime. Damn, I just saw 110. I saw 118. Insane. Most I've ever paid for a bottle, 60 pounds. Which one? JW Green? No, that's not that expensive. 18 Glenfiddich, a good starter scotch. Let me. I had 18 Glenlivet and Glenfiddich at the same time. Yeah. 18-year-old Glenfiddich is really good. And it's strange that there are a lot of 18-year-olds that are not as good as the 12s, in my opinion, of course. It's always my opinion, right? JW Green for Life says Blue Ribbons. Okay, yeah, I concur. I just don't have any right now. Bourbon Journey says cheers. Okay, cheers. Cheers, Scott. And Tor BP says, you never get bored of smoke. I've started looking for that dried fruit thing in my whiskeys, kind of like Aberlour. Okay. No, I don't get bored with smoke because every bottle is different or every expression is different. And I usually gravitate more towards smoke than sherry, but I like it when there's a balance of the two, smoke and sherry, in the same bottle. I opened up a 12-year-old Lagavulin last night. Oh, nice. Or was it early this morning? I think it was early this morning. And yeah. Yeah, if you like Aberlour, that's your thing. It's great. I don't get tired of smoke, really. I like the different kinds of smoke, different varieties. And Sergey says, hey, something. I just watched, Rabbit and Red, and just watched your review of Johnny Walker Green whole drinking it. Oh, okay. Jin Yoon Park says, hey, man, I respect you for who you are. Cheer up and drink up. Sugar Marinade says, I always like JW Black myself. To each their own, I guess. Yeah, JW Black is good too. I still prefer the green. Nice, says Sergey. Says Rabbit and Red to Sergey. DJ11, 18-year-old Glenfiddich is the baked potato of whiskey. Very boring and bland. Huh. Interesting. I found it quite tasty. But, you know, you had Duroc's own. I don't know what that is. It's a nice Duroc. Oh, no, I've not had Duroc's own. Maybe someday. Michael B says, wait a minute. Are those empty alcohol boxes? Yes, they are. Okay. Superstition. All right. Rabbit and Red says, yes. Okay. Bacon Mouse says, you made your alcohol sound like your kids. Pascal Marsolet says, for someone who knows nothing about whiskey, which one would you recommend to try? Best bang for your bucks. I'm in Canada too, East. Bang for the buck. Good, cheap, strong. Cuddy Sark Prohibition Edition. That's what I like, bang for the buck. It's bottled at 50% alcohol by volume, and I never get tired of it. It's beautiful tasting. Acid Cool says, Lecheg 10-year-old tastes pretty awesome, though. If you're into peaty, do you have any suggestions what comes close to it? Lecheg 10. Lecheg 10 is beautiful. I even bought one the other day on my way back from the whiskey festival up in Comox. I picked up a Lecheg 10 on the way because it's not too expensive and it's really good. What comes close to Lecheg 10? Talisker. Talisker's kind of like in the same ballpark as Lecheg 10. Talisker 10. Yeah. God's Marine says, hi, Reddit. Okay. Ralph Giesenhofer says, Reddit, question mark. James Nurse says, my golden doodle dog is called Isla after the region, hence the doodled icon. Was the island worth the visit? Oh, yes. I would go back. Next time I would go on my own instead of with a tour, because that way I could go where I wanted, when I wanted. But the only trouble is if you're driving, you can't really enjoy the different the distilleries as much, because you can't taste anything until you take everything back to your hotel room. So yeah, a tour is good in that you don't have to worry. The only thing is I got to see 5 out of the 9 distilleries. Was it 5? Okay, Beaumont. We went to Beaumont. We went to Bunnahabhain. We went to Kilchoman. We went to Lagavulin, and we went to Lefroig. So we got to miss Kalila. We got to miss Bruichladdich. We got to miss Ardbeg, and we got to miss Ardnahal. Yeah, that's right. I went to 5 out of the 9. If I could go on another such trip and visit the distilleries that I didn't go to last time, that would be great. That would really be great. First Phil says, good night from Scotland. Great to talk to you guys, and nice to see you have so many contributing tonight. Slanchava to you all. Slanchava, First Phil, if you're still with us, but have a good night. Greg says, Food Quig me, I prefer the Superstition. And if you asked me, my favorite one I ever had was the Jura 40-year-old. Thanks to Richard, poured for only a few people in a show, discreetly laughing out loud. Jura 40, wow. Yeah, Superstition was okay. I still prefer the Elixir. DJ11 is saying to Pascal Marcelet, I'd recommend Glendronach 12 or Glenmorangie La Santa. Well, 1-1, if you're going to... Glendronach 12 is, yes. Another 12-year-old that's... that might blow the top of your head off would be Glengarry 12. That's one that I like a lot. As well as Glendronach, there's what's the other one? There's another sherried one similar to the Glendronach. Was it the... I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. But Glendronach 12 is... Glenfarclas is nice. Glenfarclas 15, that's what I like. Glenmorangie La Santa. Well, 1-1, I would prefer probably other Glenmorangies over the La Santa. I would prefer either the Quinta Ruben or the Nectar d'Or to the La Santa. But that's personal preference, right? I prefer the Sauterne finish and the port finish to the sherry finish. That's my personal, everyone's different, right? But yeah, Glenmorangie La Santa would do. Greg's Whiskey says, see you at First Fill, was a pleasure. Okay. Rabbit and Red Whiskey reviews, totally agree. Oh, Rabbit and Red agrees with 1-1. Okay. Noah Velasco says, are those bottles on the wall? They used to have bottles in them. Yes, they are tubes and boxes. God's Marine says, there's a Reddit post right now about this gentleman. Greg's Whiskey Guide, try Long Row Peated. Yes. I had a Long Row Red last night, actually. Oh, he's saying to Acid Cool. Okay. DJ11 says, what's good at Rabbit and Red Whiskey reviews? Cheers. Okay. Thanks, Greg. I'll give it a try. And Steve Choi says Glenfarclas 12 is very good and reasonably priced. Okay, back at you. Okay, everybody's back at each other. All long row is treated. Yes, that's true, Peter. Soft Sniper says, I come from Reddit. You're welcome. Some of the Indie Lechegs for me are far better than the 10-year-old. For instance, Single Malt of Scotland Rage, Elixir Distiller. Trouble is, Greg, independents are hard to get here. There are not that many. There's a few old malt casks here and there and a couple of old particulars, but it's not like in Scotland where half the whiskey you'll see is independently bottled. Around here, most of it is the official bottlings. That's usually what you get around here. Ronaldo Litzarak says, cheers from Brazil. Cheers. An Invasion says, God's Marine. Paul Williams says, heresy. To what? I don't know. Peter White, I mean the NAS, buddy. Oh, okay. Tyler Crump says, I enjoy it on the rocks. Hey, drink it any way you like it. However you like it, it's cool with anyone, everyone. Video Game Vittles says, what a chill view on whiskey. Cheers. Thanks. Sounds like heresy indeed, says Anuknak. Oh, what? Okay, I'm trying to figure out where the heresy is. I don't know what I said. Hey, Peter White, welcome to the Reddit party, says Rabbit in Red. And Ronaldo Lizarag says, cheers from Brazil. $2. Or are those $2 from somewhere else? Our $200, $2. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. 105 people still viewing. Wow. Peter White says at Greg's Whiskey Guide, love long row, but not so much the NAS. The older CV seemed better. The 18 is an all-time favorite. Oh, okay. And what else have we got? PvP Survival. Greetings from Reddit, Fearless Taster. Greg's Whiskey Guide, second super chat for you, Food Quigs. I think you might not see them tonight from Ronaldo Lizarag. Yes, I saw it. $88 is still a lot more than 30. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're talking about people watching. Well, we got 114 now, apparently. Preferred the CV for sure, but tasted some good batches of the current NAS. Love the 18-year-old, yeah, but not all the batches. 2011 was not great. First one, 2008, was a masterpiece. Okay. How to Kurt says, Andy, would you consider dating Cindy again for the third time? What if she begged you? No. I gave her a chance. She went away, she came back. She went away again, that's it. You're done. I told her that. If you're going to break up with me now, you're done. That's the end of that. That sounds too personal to ask. Whatever. I don't know. My life's an open book anyway. Sugar Marine, yeah, I really need a high-resolution screenshot of that wall for my desktop wallpaper. Tor BP says, I've gotten a little bit bored with very smoky whiskeys. Do you point me in a direction of some that might have more of a dried fruit thing going on? Okay. Glenfarclas 15 has more of a fruit thing going on. Glenfarclas 105. Go for a Glendronach. Just about any Glendronach, as long as it's not a peated Glendronach. See what else. Yeah, we said Glenfarclas already. We also said Aberlour, Abuna, Macallan. Macallan doesn't generally have peat. I see. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a smoky whiskey. There was a Ben Riach sherry cask, which was really good, but I don't think they make that anymore. You could go for some Klein Leash. You could go for some Old Pulteney. I like Old Pulteney a lot, and it's not peated, but it's not necessarily that much in the sherry department either. There are a lot of good whiskeys that have no peat in them. A lot of them, and single malts, particularly single malts. Have you tried Dalmore? I know a lot of people like to shit on Dalmore because Dalmore's got a lot of coloring and it's got a lot of chill filtration, that kind of thing. But Dalmore tastes good despite the chill filtration and despite the heavy coloring. Tastes good. Give them a try. Let's see now. Tried Aberlour. Okay. It was about Whiskey Tribe. Oh, okay, fine. I don't care. They didn't invite me down to Texas. It's all good. They're marketers. They're not whiskey. They're marketers. They're not whiskey enthusiasts, as far as I can tell. But I haven't watched them in a long time, so I don't know. It was okay. That makes sense. It was about Whiskey Tribe. Okay. Peter White says, few of us grabbed the Long Row 17-year single cask from Alberta, 10 years in bourbon and 7 in Chardonnay cask. Excellent stuff. Okay. I have a Long Row going right now. It's 13 years old, and it's been or is it 11 years? It's 11 years old, 8 years in bourbon and 3 years in Pinot Noir. But I think it needs to open a little bit. I think I was drinking it for about 20 minutes last night, and I'm going, it needs to open up, needs to open up. Then I said, Slanchava. Then I took a good pull of it, and the finish was fantastic. I'm going, oh, wait a minute, that's going to open up some more, because it took 20 minutes to open up in the glass with a few drops of water added to it, and then I was getting a powerful, amazing super finish. So yeah, I'll be happy to go back to that one. Do different waters pair better with different whiskeys? As long as it's fresh water, it pairs well with whiskey. If it's dirty water from a puddle outside, or if it's from a scummy river with turds floating on it, I wouldn't pair it with whiskey. Mr. French is saying at Foodquig, who do you think isn't goofy and worth watching about whiskey on YouTube? Who do I think isn't goofy? Oh. Well, I watch Ralphie and I watch Horst. I watch guys like Rabbit in Red. I watch my Bourbon Journey. I watch. Actually, there are some goofy channels that I do enjoy. There's the Rot Gut Review. Check them out. They're a lot of fun. They're goofy, but they know something about whiskey. Yeah, there's just so many that I watch that it's hard to just put them off the top of my head right now. But I like watching a lot of channels. That's why a lot of my time is taken up by doing so. There are some that I get tired of after a while, you know. Who else besides? There's a lot of good channels out there. You just gotta pick and choose the ones that you like. You know, it's a personal thing. There's some channels I don't like and some others that I do like. So it's a personal thing. MXPX and NoFX are punk bands, no? Maybe, I don't know. Amazing, never heard of this one at Peter White, says Greg. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, the 17-year-old cask from Alberta. Oh yeah, if it's a single cask from Alberta, yeah, you might not get it in France. Also, port cask equals hangover for me. Really? Drink enough water and you don't have a hangover. Huh. Oh, another. I jumped ahead here. 20 minutes behind. More than that now, apparently. Okay, here we are. Well, Paul Williams, if you drink enough water, you won't get a hangover. I never have hangovers. Are you a fan of buying your own cask to be bottled? My boss bought me 10 bottle shares for 500 pounds, and I'm really looking forward to it. Wow. I don't have 500 pounds to buy, part of a cask. Right now, I buy one bottle at a time. Although this week, this last week or so, I did buy a few bottles because I was getting low on some things. Peter White says, was an Alberta release only. 16-year was Denmark, I believe. W6 did a live with it. Okay, Whiskey in the Six. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's another good one to watch. Whiskey in the Six for sure. Whiskey Whistle's another good one to watch. I watch him too, as well as Whiskey in the Six. Malted in Montreal, although he's not making a lot of whiskey videos these days. Who else to watch? Oh, Trenny and C. Yeah, they're goofy, but they're good too. I watch Trenny and C as well. Gabriel says, came here from Reddit. How often do you stream? Set times? No set times. It's impromptu. It's whenever I feel like it, or whenever I receive bottles in the mail like these here. Not every time I buy a bottle, but when I receive something in the mail, samples or bottles, yeah, that's when I do it usually. Okay. Brian M says, hi from Canada. Oh, hi from Canada yourself. Soft Sniper says, in a scale of 0 to 10, where is Jack Daniels? Depends on which one. Old number 7's at about 1. Gentleman Jack is still at about 1. Elijah Craig, not Elijah Craig, Jack Daniels single barrel is about 4. I haven't had the single barrel proof, but everybody seems to be raving over that one. It's all the rage. The Scotch Test Dummies recently did a comparison of 4 different cask strength bourbons. I think it was their first. It was the only one that I've seen. I think it was the first round. They're doing it right now, and the that one came out the top. I couldn't believe it really, but it was a blind tasting. And their single barrel proof came out as the top. I don't know where to put that one. I've never tried it. I get a lot of banana from Jack Daniels, and I'm not a big fan of the Lincoln County process that they use to smooth it out. I think it takes a lot of the great flavors away that would be in the whiskey otherwise. But that's all I know. And Mr. French says 3. It's about the average of what I gave it. What time is it? 4:48 here, p.m. Shoot, only 20 minutes behind. We'll call it a good day. Yeah, well, right now I'm a little bit more. This was at 4:20. I'm 28 minutes behind now. I'm gonna have to step it up a little bit. Cameron, your wife gone yet? Mr. French, don't watch Scotch for Dummies anymore. Me either. Landbox says, where are you from? I saw a video linked somewhere on your channel about Comox Valley Whiskey Festival. That's where I'm from. That's where I was last week. I went to the Shelter Point Distillery. I was invited to the Shelter Point Distillery by the distiller there, Leon Webb. And he said, so when are you coming up? I go, well, I think I'll buy a ticket for that Comox Valley Whiskey Festival. It was at a country club right in Comox. So I went for that whiskey festival. And at the same time, I toured the distillery in the warehouse. So there you go. And Matt D gave me a £1.99. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Every little bit helps. That gets me closer to another bottle. Julian Richter says, cheers from Bavaria. Ah, cheers, Julian. God's Marine says, you could do an Ask Me Anything on Reddit to get more viewers. Right. Well, no, I got enough good viewers now. We're down to 63 now. Oh, probably lost some Whiskey Tribe people. Yo, what's up? I just opened a signatory bottle of Imperial Speyside, bottle 210 of 400 cast strength. It's actually quite peated. Surprising. Yeah, there are some peated Speysides. Do you know what distillery it's from? Polly Williams says, I'm here from video my brother sent me of presumably your wife leaving you whilst drinking Lefroy 10, which is what I'm currently drinking. There you go. David Lee says, not into Scotch, but just wanted to drop by and say, keep doing what you're doing, man. You'd be fine. Cheers. Thank you. Have a Glenfiddich 15 Distillers Edition, 51%. Have not pulled that bottle out in a couple of years. Oh, that's the good one. That is a fantastic Glenfiddich. In fact, I think that's the best Glenfiddich I've ever had. I'm envious. I've had that one. It's beautiful. What do you recommend for someone new to drinking? I'm 32 years old and never had Scotch or alcohol at all. Oh my God. Try some things. Just try some things. That's all I can say. I started drinking when I was in my teens. I drank a lot of beer. Till that's where I started. That's where I went. That's where I was. And I switched to whiskey when I realized that beer was not good for my diabetic condition. And I've not looked back yet since. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, Peter. Yeah, that 15-year-old Glenfiddich. Nice. Josh L says, what do you recommend? Okay, I've just answered that one. Had a bottle of Famous Grouse Dark Cask a few months ago. Worst hangover I've ever had, says Paula Williams. Gotta drink more water. Kyle Salette says, you're on the front page of Reddit. Funny brother. Thank for your reviews. Oh, you're welcome. Was out of commission for like 18 hours. Really? Huh. Thanks for taking the time to answer my question. Hope you all have a great night. Much love from British Columbia. Good night, Rhino Films. Mr. Anuchnach. Quig, what's your favorite food? I like sushi. I like pizza. I like spaghetti. I like a lot of things I'm not supposed to have because I'm diabetic. I like ice cream. I like food of just about any ethnicity. Thai food. I like Thai food. I like Indian food. I like food. That's why the channel was called Food Quig, because we went to restaurants and we tried different food. What is a quig? It's a nickname. My sister called me Quiggy when we were kids, and it got shortened to Quig, and that's it. That's what a quig is. It's a nickname. Are there any good micro distilleries on the island? Oh, there are good distilleries on the island. There's Shelter Point, which is up in Comox. There is Sheringham, which is on the way to Souk from here. There is another one in Sydney. They make the Victoria Gin. There's another one. Did I mention Victoria Caledonian Macalonis? They're just up the road from me here. I think there's also The Phillips Brewery has been making a whiskey of a sort. That's a Phillips Brewery. They focus mostly on beer, but I think they experimented and did a whiskey. I haven't tried that one yet. Keep up the good work, says TJ Tesla. And thank you. The president, anybody, is there any good micro distilleries on the island? I think I just answered that one, yeah. Jay Fretless, I knew Quig was going to grab that bottle. Which one? Oh, this one? Or the Cuddy Sark? Peter White says, God, no. How many open bottles do you have at the moment? You're asking me? I don't know. 50, 60, something like that. And, like 13 of them are infinity bottles. Were you drinking while your wife was packing up? I was drinking and she left the house. She was packing up, but it turns out that I'm the one who moved, because she looked at about 14 different places over a 2-week period and found nothing that was right for her. I went to work one day, turned a corner, saw a vacancy sign. I was on the doorstep of the rental office first thing in the morning at 9 o'clock, got the apartment. Yeah. Except the Talisker 10 is 40 more in Ontario. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is more than the Lecheg, correct? Yeah. Do Reddits wonder? Huh. Okay. Gabriel says to Quig and everyone else in this chat, is Crown XR worth it? Wanting to gift, but haven't tried it personally yet. I like the XR, but give it a couple weeks to open up. Give it 2-3 weeks to open up. Then it is really nice. But it is still at 40%. But for something at 40%, it is a phenomenal whiskey. But naturally, you pay for what you get. You can get better value out of other Canadian whiskeys, definitely. But the XR is kind of special because some of the whiskey that is blended in there was from the plant in LaSalle, the one right by the Mercier Bridge on Newman Boulevard, I think it's called. That was the Seagram's plant in Ville LaSalle in Montreal. So in a way, it's kind of special because of what's in it. I think it was worth it. It's as good as some other whiskeys that cost the same amount. $160 before taxes in British Columbia, and a lot of whiskeys are in that price range. 15-year-old whatevers or 18-year-old whatevers. They're more expensive than that. It's cheaper than Scotch still. I think it's worth it. But the question is it worth it to you? To me, it's worth it. To you, it might not be. Yeah, it would be the Crown Royal XR. 122. Well, we're down to 58 now. I think they're all people from the Whiskey Tribe. Impressive wall, says Pivot Master. Armed and Ready, says Legend. Peter White says Gabriel, no. And Gabriel had said, he's saying it's not worth it. Okay. Sorry, time for me to try to go to sleep, guys. It was a great chat. Cheers, everyone. And of course, the one and only Food Quig. Thank you, Greg. Have a good night. Jeff McComas, Reddit strong. Night, Greg. Okay, yes. Gift it, says Gabriel. Whiskey Jason says good night from Germany. Good night. Sleep well. Sugar Marine says, can't believe the old Overholt costs $32 in Canada. That's nuts. Well, yeah, things cost more in Canada. What is it, like $9 in down there? I had a bottle of old Overholt a year or two ago, and I didn't think that much of it. But if it's real cheap, I guess it's all right. Sergey is saying, Foodquig, try the Lefroy cast strength batch 10 before? Yes, I did. I had a whole bottle of it, and I had a sample of it from Rabbit and Red. Pull steamroller rolling through my head, said, attached to local power up coal through the system out. What you drinking there, Sergey? That's the cheap stuff in the US. Yes, I know that. Old Overhold, yes, it tastes like it. Pivot Master 861 says, I'm a noob. I only drink Jameson pretty much, but I don't like peaty or charred taste. If you like Jameson, that's fine. When you get bored of Jameson, you might decide to move on. Jameson is perfectly all right. Nothing wrong with it. You might want to move on to like Bushmills. And you might want to move on to other expressions of Jameson. You might want to try other Irish whiskeys. You might want to try some unpeated Scotch. The possibilities are endless. I kind of wish I was back to being a noob and inexperienced and trying everything for the first time. There's still things to try, but now I almost know what to expect when I see a bottle. Okay, I know, I have an idea what this is going to be like before I've tasted it. I'm not coming in blind every time. Kevin Heilman says, hi, buddy. I just watched your 2015 video with your wife leaving here from Reddit. How's life since that? Just fine. Life is good. No worries. Out you go, Pivot. I think Jeff is just kidding. Peter White says, Sugar Marine, there are not many whiskeys in Canada under $30. That's true. Very true. Although I think I bought one at $28.90 last night, including tax. It was Golden Wedding. I like it. It's cheap and good. Ha ha ha, says Pivot. Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm here too. I'm leaving video post on Reddit. Sergey says, I heard Glenfarclas was run by Puffs, but cannot confirm. Hee haw. Whatever. Seems like you moved on pretty well. Cheers. Thank you very much, Jeff. And Null Newton? What's that wall behind you made of? Whiskey boxes and tubes. I'm going to have to change the lighting because it's getting dark now and the sun is going down. Just give me a moment. I'll fix that. Stick these curtains together so that they stay shut. There we are. Okay. Turn on the other light. That's pretty much my set when I taste whiskey. Theodore Jackson says, WTF? Did you patch things up with the wife, or are you an alcoholic? Hope you're all right. I don't believe I'm an alcoholic. I haven't had a drink today. If I was an alcoholic, I'd be drunk right now because it's my day off. But no. You read it famous. Yes, I understand that. Okay. Please watch your liver enzymes and take it easy. Okay. Only place to buy Scotch in Canada is Alberta. Yeah, I'm getting more and more convinced of that, Peter. Max Pax, oh, much love from Reddit, as you already know. Thank you. It's whiskey bottles and boxes. Yes, that's correct, Pivot. Laughing out loud, Quig. You didn't say anything that sounds like heresy. Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming to my rescue. I like that. Mr. T killed Tupac, whatever that means. Tupac is alive and is looked on one. What? Okay, I don't know what this is all about now. This is a part of a subculture that I'm not a part of, the way it looks. Sugar Marine says, the Overholt family sold that brand to Jim Beam a long time ago. It used to be a quality aged spirit back in the day. Uh-huh. Okay, that makes sense. Jeff Stop says Anuchnach. Wajzo says, have you tried any Swedish whiskeys? Yes, I have had a what's the name of the distillery now? It was called Svensk Rök from it's the popular Swedish whiskey. We can't get it here, so I forgot the name. It will come back to me probably after I've pushed and broadcast. But yes, I have had one. They're apparently building a new small batch distillery around Pennsylvania that's going to go back to the original recipe. Oh, nice. Sasa, any love for Japanese whiskey? Yes. Yes, I like a lot of Japanese whiskeys. I can't get that many good ones right now. There's mostly cheaper blends. There's the Nika Harmony, which is all right. There's the From the Barrel. I also like the coffee malt and the coffee grain. I have another one called Super. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm going to do that soon. DJ11 says the aged Japanese whiskeys rock. Yeah, those are impossible to get here. Peter White says to 1-1, aged Japanese whiskey rocks your wallet. Yeah, it sure does. Truth at Peter White, but oh, so good. I don't think it's quite worth the money though. But I haven't had any aged Japanese whiskey, so I've had the younger ones, yes, but not the ones with age statements. Much love, says Adam Michak. And hello from Reddit, says Sam's Adventure. What's the backstory with the video? I find it pretty hilarious. Well, good. My liver seems to be okay. It's still working, still doing its job. Where are we? I seem to be. Yeah, the liver seems to be okay. The doctor hasn't said anything bad about it. Every time I go for a blood test every 3 months. Quig's biggest stream ever, and he hasn't taken a sip. That's correct, DJ. I'm still awaiting a call, but I don't think I'm going to get that call. How do you keep yourself from sharding after drinking so much? I use Metamucil. It's wonderful. I don't know. Maybe I eat enough, drink enough water to. If you drink enough water, you'll be okay. Oh, damn. Cheers for the shout out, Food Quig. You're welcome, Rabbit. Anytime. Peter White saying to 1-1, I was never that impressed with those aged 43% ABV Japanese whiskeys. Recently, I had a pour of Hibiki 21. The price of that bottle, I could get a Glengoyne 30. It's all about priorities, really. Chris Baller says, yeah, they are punk bands. Oh, okay. Those were those something PX and whatever. Yeah, okay. Okay. Jeff McComas. Mr. Anuknak, who the hell are you to tell me when to go or stop? Get a life, YouTube cop. Well, whatever. I don't care. Women these days only care about how they benefit from their relationship, continue pursuing their own hobbies, and make many friends strong man. Pretty much, yeah. That's the idea. I like Single Malt Review a lot too. Yeah. Yeah, those are the guys down in New Zealand, right? Yeah, yeah. You're the one who introduced me to them. Thank you, Rabbit. And stop being toxic, Jeff, says Mr. Anuknach. And yeah. Oh, wow, at Peter White. Haven't had the Hibiki 21 yet, but looking forward to the day I do. They seem to agree with my palate. I love most of what I've tried. Okay, that was one. I'm still pretty new to whiskey, so Japanese whiskey was already expensive when I came into the scene. Not so much a shock to me. Okay. Bizzle6 says, kind of off topic, but do you know or drink Woodinville straight bourbon? No, I wouldn't know where to find it around here. We don't get it. I would probably try it if I had some, but I don't know Woodinville. I mean, I've seen people review it, I think, but I've never had it for myself. Did you ever have Devil's Cut? Yes, I have. I kind of liked it. It was nice. Distillery's about 20 minutes away from me, says DJ11. Oh, Woodinville. Yeah, okay. So that's down in Washington State. I think I have heard of it. There's Loch Ness saying, hi, Quig. Just got in from dinner out. Glad you're still on. Cheers. Yeah, I'm still on. I guess I haven't got my call to go out on a date yet. I think it won't happen. And Jameson Reese says, how are you? I'm fine. Thoughts on Ardbeg Galileo if you've tried it? Haven't tried it, JC. Haven't tried Ardbeg Galileo. I had the Supernova when I was in Scotland at a bar in, actually it was in England. That was in Manchester at a bar. We were drinking with the whiskey friend, Alan. And I had the Supernova there, and I was able to get a bottle of Ardbeg Dark Cove. That one's nice too. But I have not had the Galileo. Whiskey Hunter says, let us drink. G. Rio says, peace. Joel Delaire, there are so many new names of people I've never seen before. We're down to 43 viewers. It bothers me that all your cases are crooked on the wall behind you. I tried straightening them out, but they just want to go that way. I tried. I might try again. But if I try too hard, maybe they'll all fall down. Hey, Loch Ness, how's it going? Oh, Sneerson's still here. Excellent. Maybe now I'll be able to catch up now that we got fewer viewers. We're down to 45. Did you end up divorcing? Is this live? Yes, this is live. But I'm behind on the chat, as always. Sean Arakel says, hope you're all good, man. Yeah, I'm good. It jumped ahead. Okay, where are we now? Okay. Okay, we're talking about Hibikis and okay, we got the Woodinville. How are you? Thoughts on? Okay, I haven't had the Galileo. Quig is trending again on Reddit. Yeah, thank you. Let us drink. Okay, well, okay. Did you end up divorcing? Well, we were common law, so we didn't have to divorce. We just went our separate ways. This is live. Yes, you're all good, man. Okay. Choco account says, stay cool, buddy. I'm getting a divorce myself. Okay, fine. What's your all-time favorite whiskey if you had to pick? Bring it down to one. Lagavulin 12. 2015 edition so far. Do you like Glengoyne? That was the other one. Glengoyne. Glengoyne 12 is another good one to start on. I like some Glengoyne. I was very disappointed with the Glengoyne 18, but I like the 12, and I like another expression that I had. What is it called? The Heritage or something. And of course, the teapot dram is phenomenal. I love that stuff. I should have got a bottle when I was there at the distillery, but I didn't know what it was. No Cap Gucci Gang says, hello, how are you? I like that name. I'm doing fine, thanks. Crummy says, the Swedish whiskey you're looking for, Macamira. That's the one. Yes, thank you. The Macamira Svensk Rök. That's the one I had. Mince Pie Madness came here from Our Funny. Oh, Our Funny is something else. From Our Funny, cool man, I'm glad you're doing good, says Harry Wheeler. And John SC5. Now that you're famous, you can buy a bigger monitor so you don't have to lean forward and squint to read these comments. You kidding? I'm going to buy whiskey. And Corey Martin, Big Papa, says, evening quick. And have I caught up? Unbelievable. Caught up. Pradeep Kumar, have you tried Rampur from India? By the way, yes, I have. I have had Rampur not too long ago. Not too long ago at all. Let me check. When did I do that? Okay. Let's see. Rampur. I know I did. Rampur. Yeah, a lot of tropical fruits in that one. Rampur says, yeah, I recorded it on the 28th of December, and it went live on the 10th of January of this year. Got 218 views. Yes, I did Rampur. A lot of tropical fruits in there. Very nice. Very, very nice. Gerard LP 640. Hello from New Westminster. Hello, Gerard. Love your video on Shelter Point. Thank you. That was a great weekend last weekend at Shelter Point. I had such a good time. Did I miss anything? Did I? No, I think I'm just up to date. Unbelievable. 41 people watching, and I'm up to date. We were up to about 120 at one point. Greetings from Colorado, says Scott Brooks. We recently got a real distillery that has AM initial offering American-made bourbon and rye whiskeys finished in newly emptied rum casks and bottled at Navy strength. Huh. Huh. What about Stranahan's? Stranahan's is pretty good too. It's another distillery up there in Colorado. I think there might be one or two more. Philip, hello, love your videos. Greetings from Denmark. Another greeting from Denmark. Fantastic. Good evening. Gerard, LP 640. Now I need to go there. Yeah. Scott Brooks says, since I'm not a whiskey drinker, but like to support local business, only know Jameson and Cuddy to compare. Is this normal? If you're familiar with Cuddy Sark and Jameson, oh, there's a whole world out there waiting for you. What can I say? There is a whole world waiting out there. And Bizzle 6 says Stranahan's and Leopold Brothers are the class of Colorado. I've never heard of Leopold Brothers. This is a new one for me, but Stranahan's is available. The craziest experience I had while working. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I have time for this. I've had quite a few crazy experiences. I'll give you the craziest one in the last week. I dropped someone off at the hospital. And as I was leaving the hospital, I'd gotten a whole block away and I got sent back to the hospital. I had dropped off at the general entrance, the main entrance, but now I was being sent to the emergency for someone by the name of, I don't know, it was a girl's name. And there was a big guy standing there, a big guy with a big round belly and a white ponytail and, you know, kind of a biker looking guy. Scott Brooks says, thanks. Will you say hi, Bon? Try some whiskey with him. Hi, Bon. Try some whiskey with him. Okay. Well, what happened then was he got in and he was going a good long distance. And he was talking about how his wife was a bitch and how he's divorcing her and na. And we got there and he says, I'm just going to the back. She'll come out and pay. Or he just said, I'm going to the back. He went to the back. He never came back. I waited 15 minutes. Then I ventured out and I saw somebody was watching TV inside a room with the French doors. So I knocked on the door and I said, hey, you know, this guy owes me money. She said, it's not my problem. He's over there. He's in that shed over there. On the door of the shed, there was a sign saying man cave. I knocked on the door. There was no answer. I knocked on the other door of the shed on the other side. There was no answer. No answer nowhere. And I come back and I said, he's not answering. And she said, well, call the police. And she gave me a card with the police's number on it, as if that made any difference. My cell phone didn't work. This cell phone network was down. So I went to a place, there was a store not too far away where I went to use the landline. And I got on the landline and I was on hold, but the storekeeper said, well, I got to close now. I need my phone back. And I said, well, I'm trying to reach the police here, but they got me on hold. He says, well, that's not my problem. I'm closing the store. Okay, fine. I went back out into the car with my cell phone and I couldn't get through for about 20 minutes. But then I got through to our office and I told them what was going on. Then I was able to call the police and I was online with the police. And while I was still online with the police, 6 police cars went flying past with all their sirens going and their lights blazing. And they went to that address where I had been stiffed. Guy owed me like $48. I didn't get any money. And then after a while, when the police cars went by, then there was no, the phone went dead. So I waited about 20 more minutes to find out if they're going to call me back or what. And then one police car went away from the address. And then another one went back to the address with lights and sirens blazing. So I don't know if it was the same one that turned around or if it was another police car. Well, I called the police again to find out what was going on. And I told them what had happened and that and they said, well, let me check with the dispatcher. That was the front desk. And the dispatcher had told them that there's a lot going on at that house. There's like some kind of domestic dispute between the guy and his wife. And I had dropped the guy off there from the hospital and he didn't pay me and she didn't pay me. Nobody paid me. And I said, well, am I going to get my money? And they said, well, there's a lot going on there right now. Give us your number. We call you back later. They never called me back. Cops. So I'm not getting my money, I guess. I had to write that one off. That was the most messed up thing in the last week. So there you go. That was the craziest one in the last week. Oh, now I see. Hi, Bon. Try some whiskey with him. All right. Now I said it. It's her birthday, 2/11, and time for an exciting experience. I see. And what whiskey can teach you, and what whiskey can teach you at 30 years old? My gosh, yeah. Well, I had my first whiskeys when I was in my late teens, early 20s, but I only started getting more into whiskey in my late 40s. So, I liked whiskey before, but I wasn't into it. We're down to 34 viewers. Wow. Daggy is here saying, hi, how's your mom and sister? You haven't mentioned them in a long time. They're doing good. My sister's got a new job working at a supermarket. My mother is watching everything the neighbors are doing. Nothing really new to report about them. I sometimes get online with them, do a Google Hangouts or something. Well, it's looking like I'm not going to get that phone call to go on a date. That's what it's looking like. Studio Defense is saying, what are some immediate tells of a good whiskey? Do you like it? Do I like it? Do I enjoy it? That's an immediate. There's some whiskeys that require a little bit of time to open up, and they're not really good at the beginning, or they're not as good as they could be. But they get better as the level goes down in the bottle. Yeah, that's the thing. Do you like it? Does it work for you? There's no bad whiskey. There's just different kind of whiskeys appeal to some people more than others, and everyone's different and everybody's unique. And so each of us has our own tastes that work for us. We've been going almost 3 hours now. The chat is slowing down, and I am getting hungry, so I think I'm going to fix myself something to eat. And I'm going to watch a few videos. And yeah, take it easy. I think I've been stood up for dinner. I have not received a call. That's all right. I'd rather stay here and drink whiskey anyway. So, my friends, it's been great to have you with us, and it's great to make so many new friends compared to before. Thanks, man. Everything that's worth it keeps it. Yep, there you go. Peter White says, Food Quig, maybe your potential date cut the leg 10 review. What do you mean when you say open up? Okay. Very often when you open up a bottle of whiskey and you taste it for the first time, it doesn't taste like much. The experience isn't there. There are no really big flavors reaching out. In fact, they can taste like nothing. Like I wasted all this money on this lame experience. But if you let the whiskey bottle sit for a while after it's been opened, you've poured a dram or two, and it's really not doing it for you. So you let it sit for a few weeks. And in those few weeks, the oxygen in the air reacts with the whiskey and oxidizes the whiskey a little bit. And when that oxidizing happens, the whiskey blossoms, it opens up. It reaches its potential, the potential that you didn't get at the very beginning. There's some whiskeys that never really open up to my satisfaction. I'll taste it and I'll go, nah, nothing special. And if I leave it there for a month, it's still nothing special. I'll leave it there for 3 months. Nothing special. There was only one whiskey that after 7 or 8 months got better, but it sat there for 8 months before it opened up. And that was a Oban Little Bay. It took a while, but it finally did open up. Her loss, come back on later. Yeah, maybe. I'll see. I got a lot of videos to catch up on tonight. And was there anything else that I could address here? It's that way. Yeah. There's nothing else really. Well, gonna have to say good night. And that's it. Have yourselves a good night.